Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, hello. Right now, I feel physically tired because it was so hot today, but mentally, I feel great. And no worries, I'm hydrated. I have water with me. I drank so much water. And sports drinks because I need the electrolytes. But yeah, I'm ready. More pink cat. Surprisingly, I did get her. I got her Sunday night after I farmed my gotcha funds, and then I used some of my prisms, but it was worth it. I ended up getting her, so yay! Surprisingly, I got Golden Glow, and I pretty much got most of, or I got, yeah, I pretty much have most of them from this event, except for the Lone Ranger. And thank you, thank you. But man, it's so sad. Like, first of all, maybe there'll be a happy ending. Nope. Anywhere I wander is sadness. Just sadness. I mean happiness, totally. Totally, right? Haha. Hello, hello. And now we will all go together to a happy ending, I hope. Maybe. Please be a happy ending. Ooh, that is pretty. Yo, this is fancy. Yeah, this is a really fancy setup. I think the only time I ever saw this kind of setup in person was when I was sent to an etiquette class. Hello, hello. November 23rd, 1097, 8:45 p.m. Huff. I'm worn to the bone. Who do these people think they are? And where do all their funny ideas come from? What in the world goes on in their heads? Those counselors are nothing but idiots. Who is she? She's cute. Wait, who's this cat girl? I want to summon her. She even has a little paper mache kitties and a kitty on her shoulder. Wait, I want her. Kite the recorder. I'm so sorry you have to sit there noting everything they said. You must feel like a stack of broken records. No, I don't have enough LMD. Because all my LMD goes to the people working at my base, Dr. Misaki has no LMD left. Thorn still hasn't been fully raised, as in I haven't promoted him twice. He's been promoted once, luckily. Hello, hello? Their proposals aren't even for the sake of the infected. How much speaking between the lines can an institution with the final say on infected capacity do? Are they under the impression no one has a clue what they're up to? Whatever institution gets to call the shots, whatever standards they allot work by once their shots are called, whatever work unit gets priority for taking on infected employees. Of course I know what's going on. It's all a game of interests. They haven't discussed the reality for the infected, but they don't wrestle over what benefits who either. So what is the sense in them prattling on and on in circles? Man, Kite is so cute. Can I summon Kite? Is she available? I would like to invite her to my Rhodes Island. Like, hello ma'am, would you let me hire you? You can work in my base, you can live in my dormitory rent-free. The counselors are all noble sorts, whether or not they give infected reality any thought. And don't and won't argue about slicing the cake in open view. How many EXP records? A decent amount of the second, third, and fourth one. The first one being, I ran out of the first one, aka the one with the most EXP. The others I have a lot of. A happy amount of the slightly goldish ones, bluish and greenish. Yes. And oh! I'll have to wait in the future for Kite, so she is a thing? I want Kite. Hello, Kite, let me get you. They haven't hashed out a single thing since this meeting started. Each of them has been saying infected on a loop, but they've made zero progress. Everyone's denying everyone else's motions, but nobody's even put out a single useful solution. What are they producing all these proposals for? That's their form of contact-free war, contact-free war, Skyfire. Victorian city councils all go through this rigmarole before the allocation of interest they actually mean ever gets carried out. And then that counselor, Janeway, saying he's doing it to help the infected make more money, have more freedom of choice, and have a better quality of life. Oh, he makes himself sound so charitable. If we place no restrictions on the infected's work hours, then they'll be free to choose their own, and that's more money in their bank. Your imitation's startling. That smarmy hypocrite tone of his really makes my stomach churn. He knows full well just how scant infected pay can be, and the bulk of it doesn't even land in their own pockets, and he still acts like he's been pouring his heart out for... Durg. He did suggest a plan of action, reconstruct the infected neighborhood directly into a factory, so that all the people have work, assign living quarters, and can provide for themselves. It's a patch of most countries' policies. You can't even argue that. Ooh. Is there a way to get more LMD? I would like that. Hehe. I've been using a lot of my drones on top of getting more LMD. And then whenever the LMD dungeon comes out, I'm like, you know what? Let me just give all my energy there. And then hand all my monies to Thorns and the others. Haha. Keh. They're all too arrogant here. Something else up? Like those lords opposed to any new policy for the infected. Saying they want all the foreign infected out, no matter how long they've been here. If they've settled down, if they've already adapted to life here. All their proposals are just about driving these people out. And then what? You want those infected refugees running out their time in the wastelands? Have they thought for 1 second about where these people at the end of the rope are going to go? That's the council for you. Excuse me? That's a council for you. If anyone here was actually looking out for the infected, then they wouldn't call it the council anymore. They'd call it an infected aid association. The aim of both sides is very clear. They want to rule out the most infeasible plans in public first, then negotiate concessions with others so they can find an equilibrium. And that's business as usual. But a lot of people have been counting on the White Wolf Count to declare where he stands. I think it caught everyone off that his vote was to abstain today. White Wolf's Scamandros. He hasn't expressed any governmental viewpoint for a good half a year. And it's anyone's guess why. Whoa, you were able to stack up millions of LMD? That is amazing. Mine is so low usually because as soon as I get it, I'm like, I'm gonna just give it in bulk to people. This shouldn't be. This can't be. I was the most naive one in this whole room. I thought there'd be a few clear heads, at the very least. Even if they're out to keep Caledon running at status quo, at least they'd bring forth a few proposals that resembled reality. But they're just using the council as a place to game each other. What's driving them is how they alone can profit. Oh, you're repeating yourself, Miss Montblanc. At least now you know they're all self-interest sorts when you go back in. The fact shouldn't shock you at this point. Wow, you got her on single pools, 3 singles? Wow! I got my pink kitten on a multi-pool, and surprisingly, Miss... The nice lady who sold her the shop, or who used to have the shop, She also came home in the same tempo. I'm like, wow, this banner is pretty nice to me. How many pulls did I do so far for her? I think I did like 20 something. I gotta check. I know it wasn't super high, which surprised me. I was in awe. Hold on. I thought you didn't drink. If they think this is fine, then it's all going to blow up sooner or later. Hmm? One day, sooner or later, mark my words. Constant oppression, constant exploitation. How long can this hold for? Do they really not understand? Nobody wants to live this way. Even if they only have the faintest glimmer of hope, they want to survive. They'll break their backs to survive. I know that full well. Miss Montblanc, I think you lost a thread somewhere along the way. No one's born evil. No one's born stripping other people of their lives for fun. From the very beginning, they were all just infected endeavoring to survive. And I'm just a friend endeavoring to stop you drinking anymore. Are they just meant to settle with being inferior, tuck themselves away? Were those lords meant to be born as nobles, meant to exploit them for their own interests? It's a house of idiots. If none of them ever think to rein it in, the infected are bound to revolt sooner or later. These ungrasped questions. Everyone's lives will be destroyed. We can't let all the reunion business happen again. And yes, she did hear my offer to open a salon for her last stream. And she's like, wow, Dr. Misaki really did mean it. I'm gonna pay a visit to Rhode Island. And the nice lady came along too. She's probably like, don't worry, Sparky, it's not too bad there. I'll go along with you. And then happy ending for me. Though I gotta pay her LMD soon. I feel bad, she's just level 1. No, we can't. And you can't take a single glass more. You've drunk plenty enough. Just leave it for a moment. Water? No, I was still drinking that. Give me another. They won't listen to me. I'm the one in the right. I'm the one in the right. Sticking fast to your own views is exactly why Counselor Angst fetched you. A noble and isolate, with foresight and a clear mind. But those short-sighted Caledon Old Guard wouldn't comprehend him. They would never reform unless their interests were damaged right before their eyes. Is that clear enough for you, Miss Too Much to Drink? I know I'll probably have to repeat myself once you sober up again. Ooh! Wow, you got Skahak? She came home? I do want to throw... I want to throw some of my Saint Quartz at her banner too, at least for the craft essences. And then maybe get, some pretty Lancer lady. I gotta think about it. I'll give at least one multi-pull in Fate. I want to save up some Saint Quartz. Actually, no, I want to throw it at Shuten Doji too. I have issues. I gotta collect Onicure. Oh man, too many good gachas. Bah. What are you crying for now? The glass stuck to my hand. Boo-hoo-hoo. No, it's not. No, it's not. I got it off for you. I got it off. It's not stuck. Sobs. If they're all going to be so dead wrong and still think they're so right, then this world's done for. Oh, and she's out like a light. Wow. Wow. Well, good luck, Kite. Good luck dealing with her, Miss Montblanc. That's funny, though. The glass, it stuck to my hand. I thought she actually glued it to her hand somehow. Like, I've accidentally glued a water bottle to my hand while doing arts and crafts before. So it's not, like, too far off. November 23rd, 1097, 10:45 p.m. Are you up? You passed out just like that in the middle of the dinner party. Even if you had me with you, That was all too careless. That was all too careless of you. I feel sick. Ooh, hello, hello. You know, I've been getting more and more fond of you. Huh? You're a spoiled rich lady, but your goodwill towards the infected and the rest of the destitute ended up so genuine anyway. You know how big the problem is in the city. Yeah, you know how big the problem in the city is, don't you? Do you want to change Caledon a little for the better? I like how she's flat out calling her a spoiled rich lady, though, and then complimenting her, you know? And you're well aware I'm just a recorder from the town archives at the moment. If I want to climb my way up, I need the right person. How about you and I talk some back alley talk? You lead the four, and I'll be right there mucking with you. You know Counselor Jones? The one who signed the proposal in joint with Counselor Janeway. But in reality, part of the money they've built the factory with gets allocated by Caledon Council, as it happens. And, well, there's a giant question mark on if all that money's actually gone to the factory. Standard affair between Caledon's nobility, really. If you can think of a way to get to the bottom of this, then forcing them to compromise won't be a pipe dream. Wow. You really know a lot. Well, I've said my part. Now, have you heard any hearsay about? Tell me a thing or two. Let's exchange information. I have. I'm going to make them realize how wrong they are. I'm the one in the right. Brilliant. You're still drunk. Fine background, good of heart, understands a bit of politics, but has never gotten involved in any of the practice. Still little naivety left. Her sort usually get a nasty shock from how ruthless reality is. She's definitely heard about how it works on paper before, but this should be her first time witnessing any Victorian legislative assembly for herself. She reckons she knows it all, but she's got a long way to travel still. Kite, what are you planning? November 24th, 1097, 9:20 a.m. This looks like an office. Who is it? Ugh. You know I'm off today? Oh, Mr. Midley? Oh, I'm very sorry about that. Did you need anything? What? Counselor, no. Professor Angst? What's wrong with him? Sudden heart issues? Someone broke into his house last night? Is he alright? Is he at the hospital? Oh. Oh, this is... Okay, yeah, the heart issues. It's not like he got scared by a certain witch, you know? A witch kitty? Who just happened to wander into his house and asserted her dominance with a haze? Ha ha ha. Alright. If he's stable, then that's good. You should have told me last night. Should I go to the hospital right now? Event? You want me to attend for you? Not a problem. I'll get ready now. I understand. Inquire after infected opinion. Make the government stance clear. Yes, I understand. What in the world? Petty thieves breaking into counselors' houses. Fine, I'm happy to go. I get to shed a light on a few things I'm still curious about. Erg, my head's still pounding from last night. How did I return last night? It feels like I said so much at the dinner party. What did I tell Kite about? What did she even tell me about? Well, first things first. In an open area in the infected community, a large crowd of the infected are gathered. A blue-blooded member of the council wanting to chat with them. Now there's something new. With looks of both curiosity and doubt, they gaze at the tidily dressed girl before them.
Didn't they say that Counselor Man was coming today? Look, see what I told you? None of the old codgers would come themselves. They hardly want to get up close with us. Fact remains that they sent someone at all, though. What are they up to?
Ahem. Not a worry, everyone. Say whatever you want to say. I'll pass on all the issues you raised to Counselor Angst. Whisper, you first. Whisper, why me? Why not you? We'll start with that man over there then.
Me?
Yes. How long do you reckon you've been working here?
Not more than half a year. Can't remember it now.
So, whereabouts did you come from?
Kashmirish. Ursus?
Compared to before, how do you feel life is now? Is your daily workload too much?
I don't have to risk my life down the underground arenas, at least. Yeah, I can get by and scrape up a living. It's okay. They said being at this event would still count as work, and we'd still get paid. Is that true?
Wow! Getting paid to go to an event, that sounds kind of good. That sounds amazing. That I can assure you. After the event's over, we'll reimburse you all. So, have you ever had your pay dock before? Or not come in time? You can tell me, it's alright. I wouldn't let your information slip. I see how it is then. I'd like to ask your family lives about.
Just right in this neighborhood. We're all in one bed, and they provided us bedding for the first day's wages. It's a bit thin, but we all squeeze up in the winter, so it's not that cold.
Oh gosh, sharing one bed with the entire family. Oh, that is a pain. Oh gosh. Several people in one household, I see. So, are there any elderly here?
Factory won't take them on. They can't take the physical labor. The ones who have kids might be let in here to live, but it's hard to say. The ones without, maybe there'll be work fit for old people, and they'll accept. But that's not easy either.
Then can you tell me about your meals and pay here? Including if anyone's ever had their wages deducted?
We each trade in the factory. I get to eat half a decent amount, at least. Better than working on an empty tank. And pay, well, thing about pay is, times are the supervisor. He tells us the originium on us rubs onto the goods, and now the product's contaminated and they can't sell it, so they won't pay us.
Those people, honestly, they do one thing and say another.
It's always like that. And they said recently our factories had bad results. So they won't raise our wages, and they'll drag a whole lot out at once, whenever they please. Hire new ones after a bit, and they get paid even less. We've got no room for say. The council won't even let us in, and not one of them listens.
That much I've noted.
Normally, now and then, we'd head to a pub close by, kick up our feet once we're off work. But this morning, they had a fire break out. Bloody right. There's just been no end to it lately.
A fire? The Green Spark pub? When did it happen? Just this morning? How? What about the girl running the place? Is she alright?
That we're not so sure of ourselves. The regulars there said they've been searching for her all this time, but they haven't the faintest where she's run into. What's happening?
What's going on?
Left side, right side. By the plan. Grab them all. Go!
An explosion? This is a scent of originium explosives.
Let go of me. Let go of me! What the hell are you lot doing? Who the hell are you all? Keep it down. Stuff their mouths.
Infected? Why? 4, 6, 8, 10. This is odd. Where did they all come from? Where are all the guards? What are they taking the workers for? What is it they want? No, hold on. They're tying them up right in the street, no hesitation. They were clearly ready for this. I need to see what this bunch intend on doing.
Take that girl away as well. You behave.
Let go of me. I can walk by myself.
Hurry it up, move. Into the van. Is that everyone? Go, take them all to the factory. Got them all, boss. Shut the door. Go, go, go.
It's been a 20-minute journey, and they've taken turn after turns along the way. These people are on the watch out. These ties are practically insulting, using material as regular as this. I could burn these to nothing in a heartbeat. Wow. Wow, she's judging the handcuffs. Like, look at this commoner material that they use to tie us up. They just use they just use scotch tape and not duct tape. Now we're at the factory. It's barren. Where are all the facilities? Strange.
Why are you taking us? Let us go. I've got a family waiting for me to send money back. For Pete's sake, let us go. Shh, settle down. Now stay there. I'm telling you, someone will have the police on you, kidnapping all these people in the street. The sooner you let us go, the gentler they might be on you when the time comes. You're pulling my leg, the police. You think that scares us? Now shut your yaps and behave, the lot of you. You're all infected too. What kind of business is this? You'll be done for in the end if you carry on like this. You can zip it. Ugh.
Did he just shoot him?
We said be bloody. Yeah, we said be bloody have, okay? Keep prattling and you're done for right now. I'm warning you lot. Don't try anything funny with us. If I find a single one of you even thinking of Originium Arts, I'll cave your head in, understand? Now be still.
These people, honestly. This is the least creative villainy. I won't let them off easily, soon enough. Wow, now she's even insulting them because of how cliche they are? It's like, you use common materials, and now you're being cliche? You guys suck. But just what are they up to?
What about that counselor? Where is he? Were we nabbing an old man? Why have we got a little miss instead? Same difference. Old boy, young girl. It's fine as long as we have them.
Yep, same difference. I mean, in a way, it's better. What would you prefer? Getting an old man or a pretty lady, you know? Actually, both are, same difference. You're right. Mr. Ugly Hooligan? I just realized his title is Ugly. Wow. 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 That's sad. So they were coming after Counselor Angst. And then he's Rough Hooligan.
So what now? We're waiting for the signal from the rest. Just get ready for now. Did everything end up here? We only took half. Then remember, when you head back, drop past the shot building by the old border part of the city. Do away with all that bomb stuff and the chemicals. It's dangerous leaving it there. Don't let it bite us in the arse. Right. The safe house and all that. I almost forgot. And the stuff that Danton brothers hid for getting out of the city. Make sure that's ready to go too. That's money, clothes, false IDs, and the essential weapons. Don't forget any of it. Oi, take it easy. They're all listening. What's the matter? They're dead before they'll get to talk. Plonk those explosives in place. Move it. You lot watch she's infected. We're off to work. Righto.
Are those all bombs? The factory's got no machines. It's just bombs after bombs. Were they all moved here? It looks like I don't need to keep wasting any more time. Lucky I'm carrying a reserve arts unit, or else things would be very tricky. She gives her ring a rub, the black gem surface emitting a flicker of bright light.
Hey, what happened to your ropes?
Shh, keep it down. No matter what you hear next, just stay put and don't come out.
All right. Someone's running for it. How? Who tied the ropes? Oh, look at you, pretty little kitten. Thinking of scarpering on your own? Look at that waist, though. Heh. I tell you, you put that in my hands and I could...
Let's bonk this dude. Let's bonk him now. Bonk. Honestly, you people really sicken me. Boom. Yeah, he deserves to be bonked. That one deserves it. He really does. Like, ouchies. And don't be creepy, my dude. Like, yeah, don't be creepy. Never be creepy like that. It's boom. The violent sound of the detonation rings through the entire factory. Along with the raging flames of the originium arts and fragments of the interior walls, several hooligans fall to the ground and are knocked out. The originium crystals fall away from their bodies in the heat, dropping to the floor. Were these stuck on? No, wait, this is just glass painted black. Fake infected? He was just cosplaying. Wow, creepy. Creepy man was just cosplaying this whole time.
What the hell happened? You useless ball sacks. I told you to watch them. Some shit mess you've made.
I kind of like that. That's a funny insult. I kind of want to use that insult now.
You useless ball sacks.
You know? I kind of want to use that from now on. At least once. I gotta remember that saying, you know? I'm just gonna screenshot this real quick so then that way I remember. I gotta at least say that to my brothers. And then see how they react.
I'll be like, you useless ball sacks.
Who got you to do this? Why are you disguised as infected? No, let's be clear. You have no infected among you at all, do you?
You bloody woman. Not half bad at this, are you? What's it matter if we do or not? If we do or don't? You're not getting out of here alive. Who's going to know the truth?
Communicating with you lot is really wearing me out.
What are you trying? Park yourself on back, now. Else I'm done playing nice.
It's clear they'll kill to silence, but they're still menacing us into complying using their arms. There's no logic to it at all. Just try and threaten me with those weapons. Go on. How many people like you do you think I've dealt with before? The flames dance around the ground, drawing a brilliant show of firelight. Out in the corner, the resin shells of originium bombs melt apart in the blaze. Their crystalline electronic components laid bare, they let out a boom. The cores of the explosives emit blinding rays of light, then deactivate.
The bombs got cooked. Why didn't they explode? What happened? Are you thick? It's originium arts. She's a caster. Shit, we're in for it now.
I am giving you two choices. First, you surrender nicely. I've got a lot I intend on asking you still. I'm not recommending the other choice because right now, I'm in a very bad mood.
Piss off. Who do you think we are? Come on, boys. Do her in. Do all these infected in.
Excuse me? Did you not see those originium arts just now? How many people in Caledon could pull off arts of that caliber? Are you still going to resist? What the hell is running through those brains of yours?
Yeah, and what's all the fuss? You're just a caster. I've seen a sight and a half. The places I've been, we've got casters too. Show me what she's made of. Go on.
And I've had enough.
Wait, no. We have to leg it. What now? Her. I just remembered. She's not a normal caster. It's King's Wand. She's that Mount Balan family's. What? Enough questions. Run!
Look at Miss Mountbalan asserting her dominance. I respect her. A lively flame springs from the young lady's palm, its lick surging upwards. The sound of metal crackling under the sheer heat bursts forth before her, as if a gargantuan creature emerges from the blaze, awoken from its slumber. The flame's light laps past the shattered fluorescence, flowing over the pillars, the air warped and twisting in the heat's dance, only the flames themselves, sweeping about the debris on the factory floor, shines brighter, fiercer, more brilliantly. The hooligans are wide-eyed and slack-jawed in terror, not daring to twitch a muscle. Amidst the sea of chaos, the flame's tongues play gently with the ends of the lady's hair, unable to harm her in the slightest. Kneel before the flame of the heavens. And all of it is thrown down, the resplendent red light filling their eyes until soon enough they can see no more. The lady brings down her two arms, held high.
Oof. That was marvelous. You're incredible.
Are the others alright? Is anyone hurt?
We're fine. We're all fine.
The caster turns around, intending to help the infected. When from behind, a figure hidden away in a corner comes charging at her.
Shit! Bloody caster! It's you or me! Watch out! Ugh!
Who's there? From a staircase beneath the ceiling, a nimble silhouette quickly flits through the opening overhead, disappearing from Skyfire's line of sight. Yo, it's a masked vigilante.
Miss Caster, are you still fine?
I'm alright. Help me with the others. First things first, we all get out of here. November 27th, 1097, 6:40 a.m.
Kidnapping infected? Blowing up the factory?
Right, though I still can't make sense of what in the world they were trying at.
Odd indeed. What about those bandits you got? Did they say anything?
Things were a bit of a mess there. I might have gotten slightly heavy-handed.
Never mind, I won't ask for the details. Disguising as infected to bomb a factory. I do have a guess for what made them do this.
Trying to capture those few runaways might pose some difficulty.
It's not too realistic to hope the guards look into an infected community case, either.
Can that silhouette be me, you know? I want that to be me. I want to be the masked vigilante. And some other things are puzzling me about this. I could swear I saw... Forget it. Let's not mind this for now. Have any of you found Miss Susie yet?
I'm sorry, but not yet. I've already sent people to search. The guards say they saw her there when it caught on fire, but she quickly ran off in tears.
I'll search too if needs must. I'm a little worried for her. Mr. Root, open the door, Mr. Root. Mr. Root, I'm begging you. Save her.
We've got an infected who's almost gone. Help us.
Susie? Mr. Red, what happened? Yo, that one was kind of surprising. We will all go together was pretty epic. Yeah, she was epic, you know? Well, I gotta check something real quick. I feel like there's something wrong with my game. It's weird because I could hear game volume earlier, but then all of a sudden it went like mute. I don't know what happened. I gotta probably close it and restart it maybe? Because it's so weird. Like, I don't understand why it'd be acting up. Like, it should be decent. Because, yeah, I don't see why there'd be no volume. Like, I don't hear anything I usually hear. So I'm restarting my game. Maybe that'll fix it because it's kind of bothering me. Unless my headphones are broken. Which could be true, unfortunately. I do buy cheap headphones. Like, really cheap headphones. So if it's the headphones, I understand, unfortunately. But I doubt it. I gotta check my settings though. Cause it's really bothering me why the heck I can't hear anything. Oh, I think I hear the game. Yay, I think it fixed itself. After I restarted it. Oh wait, it happened to you guys too?
Arknights.
But yeah, restarting the app at least worked. I'm happy restarting worked. I got scared. I got really scared. Because I was checking my audio settings too, and it looks like... Yeah, my headphones is chosen as the output source.
Doctor.
But yes, it's working. Phew. Phew. It better not break again. I'll be sad. I'd be really, really sad. And now time for a Lone Ranger. Looks like the police is getting involved. But wow, Miss Montblanc, she is a true warrior. I respect her. Now time for the other side. Boop. Hello, hello. How am I doing? Decent. Luckily, first week of school is always the easiest, no matter what. Because it's always like, you know, self-introduction, syllabus stuff, which I love. I mean, I don't love it exactly, but the syllabus part's the easiest. So at least that's that. I hope you're doing good. November 19th, 10:97, 7:44 a.m. Oh yeah, and then today, for some reason, my house had a power outage again. It terrified me this morning because I'm like, wait a second, where's the Wi-Fi? Wait, why is the cable box blank? Uh-oh. But yo, it's all good now. Unless the power is secretly out and I'm just asserting my dominance and being able to stream just through my sheer willpower. And you don't remember when someone first opened it up?
Has to have been 2 months ago at least. But we always seal this part off with planks. A few naughty kids pulled them off to climb in a while back, so it might just be the same story this time.
Have you seen anyone go in or out?
No, it's dark as night down there. Down here. Why would anyone?
Alright, got it. This still isn't making sense, and it's so suspicious. I've already found 6 abandoned structures up till now, where the entryways started being used again. Plenty of witnesses are testifying about dragging sounds from the underground channels at evening too. The atmosphere around the infected community just doesn't sit right. It feels like someone's fiddling about. Not one person's got a reason to be using these entrances again. And yes, the only hard part is the self-introduction. Unfortunately, that is the part that I struggle with because, like, Whenever we're asked stuff like, "Oh, is there anything fun you did during summer?" I can't say streaming. I mean, I could say it, but I wouldn't want to because in the following question it'd be, "Oh, what's your channel?" And then I'd be like, "I don't want to tell you. I ain't telling you." So I'm just like, well, what I did during summer was work a lot so I could get my waifus and husbandos in my gotcha games, as one does. Yeah, I basically said that. I mean, not word for word, but that's the thing. That is the thing. Collapse face. Sound effect. Let me do it. Ow, that was more of a slap. Oops. Oh well. Forget it. Enough of that for now. Both the littlest things and the big stuff the town's survival hinges on are just as important. Yep. Let's see what else there is. Oh yeah. The burglary case at Count Bishmer's. Where do I start investigating that? Who would it be? Slipping past the noble house's strict defenses and stealing something isn't your standard thief's fare. According to the Count's servants, the burglar pops in and out all over the infected neighborhood. So, they're either extra familiar with the terrain there, or have special originium arts. Of course, that's assuming the servants aren't lying to avoid responsibility. I really like Granny's pants. Let's just pay some respect to her pants real quick. I've never ever seen pants like that with the cutouts on the sides. I bet it's comfortable, It's probably very breezy. I kind of want pants like that just to see how it feels. Ooh, Granny's around the height of a Mia but slightly taller? That's adorable. I don't think they would though. I've heard a lot of similar reports the last 2 weeks. All signs say there really is some thief on the run in Caledon City. A very strange thief. Special originium arts. Whatever. Let's drop by the infected community and see. Granny, finally found you. Mrs. Sunny? Calm down, calm down. What's the matter? My little Pom's run away. I've been looking for 2 hours already. Help me find him. He usually listens so well. He's never run off before. What if someone bad finds him? No worries, missus. I'll help you look right away. Thank you. Thank you. Did anything happen right before Pom ran away? Have you asked anyone nearby? Don't rush, missus. Take it slow. I mean, I don't blame Granny for being short. She probably, she just like me for real. It makes me kind of sad too because I'm like, it's not like my family is short either. It's just I got the short end of the stick literally. I'm condensed power. It's quality over quantity, sobs. An hour later. Over here, over here, Mrs. Sunny. I found Pom. Oh, let me take a look. Phew, that's a relief. He's still alright. I'm so sorry to trouble you, Granny. I know you're so busy with work, and here I am making you search for pet of all things. Pom's not just a pet, Pom is family. Don't worry about it. If Pom really did vanish, you'd be torn to pieces. I wouldn't call that nothing. But I heard John next door saying you aren't getting along too well with the guards, and they even got on your case a few days ago for something or another. It was nothing. But if you're going to raise a foul beast, Mrs. Sunny, I'd recommend keeping him in a cage. Things would get hairy if he bit anyone. Oh, you've got a point. Speaking of, Mrs., have you seen any strangers about the infected community lately? Strangers? Plenty of people come here. Plenty of people here come from other cities. Strangers aren't the strangest thing. I mean the sort that, might have uncanny or genium arts. That sort of infected? Well, do you know how the power went out in the neighborhood last month? Oh, yep. The case of some bad actor wrecking the community's generators, right? But we never found the culprit. I did hear the supply got restored in no time, though. Did someone fix all the generators up? Right. I heard they got this incredible engineering caster in, and in a few hours, they already had the generators repaired. Question is, when did the community ever have an engineer so great? Right. Something's definitely odd about that. November 20th, 1097, 6:44 p.m. Look, it's another office. Here's my work report for today. If you could give it a look over, Governor. 2 robberies, an inquiry report on rumors in Caledon. You must be pulling my leg. What about the burglary at Count Bishmer's? How long do you think it's been? Get on it! Isn't that only a day old? Is a day not enough? But I broke my back getting you as a temporary transfer. The mounted police were singing your praises as an investigator. And for what? A day's worth of time isn't enough for you? For one tiny case of property theft? Under her breath, it was the city council who borrowed me from the mounted police. Enough. You don't know respect. You talk back to your senior. Is this how the mounted police behave? I'm sorry, Governor. Investigate entranceways of abandoned structures turned out to be as suspicious as thought. Inquired with surrounding residents. What the hell is this? Weren't you told you could leave this be? Caledon City gets strange business day in, day out, and wherever else the bloody day feels like. If every one of the guards was as suspicious as you, we'd all be dead from the stress. But Governor, if we let this all lie, then there's a real chance. Stop with the rubbish, get out and investigate. Yes, Governor. I don't like him. November 22nd, 1097, 10:20 a.m. Lil Susie. Let me give your ears a good rubby rub. What's the matter, Officer Granny? Something at work, I imagine. Nothing much. Just some hiccups lately with my job. Go on. What exactly is happening? It's not that big, to be honest. You've all heard the recent rumors in the city, I'm guessing. Ah, you mean those urban legends in the paper? Same as ever, I assume. Sounds can be heard from the city underground. Criminals have infiltrated the infected community, and so on. Right. I was wanting to investigate those. I wrote up a dedicated report over the past few days. But the guards don't care about any of it. They want me to keep my nose out of things. Eh? Do the mounted police investigate urban legends too? Come on, that's the wrong idea, Susie. Yo, a lot of my people are level 1, like in general. I can show you later. I gotta still raise a lot of people. I feel kinda bad. My LMD sources are gonna grow soon, though. My work experience taught me that when these rumors crop up in the city, usually they come from the criminal activity that hides behind it. Like the sounds from Underground 1. Did you know There's massive runs of logistics channels lying abandoned under Caledon. Right. In the earlier years, back when the nomadic sectors are being planned, they drafted plenty of channels through the structural layers, but following the city's development, a lot of the old plate's underground ways were too taxing to maintain, so they relinquished them all. Yep, for example, plenty of them run under the infected community. Do you get it now? If those rumors are true, then that means there are people doing something at evening in those empty logistics channels out of sight. This is a bit scary, isn't it? It's too bad I still don't have any direct proof. I think you can worry yourself a little less about it. It's meant to be the guard's job after all. If something does happen later, they're the layabouts. You've got nothing to fear. Well, if you put it that way. It's patrol hours right now, so I guess I'm a layabout myself, sitting here. We won't tell anyone. Lil Susie. Let me give your ears a good rubby rub. Go ahead, but be careful of static, okay? Susie, can I pet your ears too? Please? Pretty please? Can I join in? November 24th, 1097, 6:15 p.m. In front of the shambles of the Green Spark stands a thunderstruck Officer Granny. Before her eyes was a shop full of human warmth. Now, with its roof collapsed, walls crumbled, and nothing left but charred black wreckage. She stares blankly at the ruins in front of her, not daring to believe her eyes. But why? Why? Why would...
Oh, Miss Granny, you're here now?
What happened here? Why is this place...
Too much for me to swallow too. It could only be out of revenge, setting a place like this alight.
Setting? Someone set this place on fire?
What about the owner here? Where's that feline girl? Have you seen her? No, we haven't. But no one was in there last night when the fire went up. We're lucky no one's burnt or worse.
Who the hell did this? Anger. She clenches her fists tight. The pub she visits practically every week, the adorable owner lady, the diverting guests, a moment of rare respite in the city, now turned to charred rubble. Granny, you should come to my Rose Island. You can come with you'll be reunited with the others. I got Susie in my base, running a nice hair salon. I got Montblanc too. She's just doing her thing. I got Miss Quirkus. She's there too, just doing her thing also. Come on, Granny. Join us, Granny. Join us. The anger flooding Granny's mind is hard to keep in check. Rarely is she ever this enraged. She's reached the point of wanting to bring justice to the culprit herself, no matter who it is.
Hey, no going in. We still haven't cleaned up the debris yet.
That's fine. I'm looking over the scene of the crime. I might find something in this.
Don't bother, officer. The guards came over this morning. They looked all around, caught it an accident, and left just like that.
An accident? But didn't you just say...
That's just my opinion as a firefighter. We see a lot of things wherever we're called. And this we've seen.
What's this? A scrap of explosive?
Yeah, but the guards had us keep out of this, so I didn't say much. And nobody cares really about the infected community. It's all less said, the better.
Can you pass this evidence on to me?
Sure, it was burning my hand anyway. Don't think I should hold it, and you're with the guards at any rate.
He was just holding this. He was just holding the thing while it was still burning. Like, ah, yes, please take it. My hand feels hot. Catch. Let me see. Wait, hold on. These are shards from a military-grade incendiary. I've seen this sort back in the mounted police training. Is it just me, or are these shards familiar? November 26th, 1097, 7:15 a.m. So we meet again, Mr. Maud.
The Mount?
Did they just let you go? I thought they'd keep you in custody for longer than this. Granny, bonk him! Bonk the loudmouth man who made Susie's face swollen. I hate Mr. Loudmouth Man. I remember him as that guy who hit her for no reason.
Don't take me in again, officer. I'm begging you. All I am's a handyman.
Nah. You deserve to be bonked, sir.
I haven't bothered with those infected in recent, I swear.
Lies, sir. Are you sure? Do you still remember that incendiary? We confiscated from your loot a few days ago when I arrested you? ... Wait. Ooh. Granny's welfare? She is? Wait, really? Oh, man. One of the first events of the game, too? Granny. Please come to my base, then. You said you'd only bought one for self-defense. But military-grade bombshells have a very obvious, unique design. They're not hard to identify, even when shattered. Can you guess where I found this little piece? If you're lying, it's another trip with me back to the guards.
No, I'll tell you. Anything you want. I bought a case, I confess it. I bought a case, but I sold it all to the other people. The Danton brothers. I sold it to the Danton brothers.
The Danton brothers? Who are they?
Those two Syracusan immigrants. The two mafia henchmen. Go ask the people at the boil. They know them.
Then do you know why they'd want to burn down an infected community pub?
I don't know, I swear, no idea. I didn't hear a thing about the pub. I got the fire bombs from the black market at the boil too, I swear. That's the honest truth. But the merchant there said he's got ways of getting goods done directly at the factory.
Factories in Caledon. I think there's only Count Bishmer's manufacturing military supplies. Do you know where the Danton brothers are?
I'm not 100%. I just know they always hang around in the boil.
The boil, huh? November 27th, 1097, 6:15 p.m.
How many times have I had to tell you? Have you caught the burglar? Have you finished your patrols? Only you mounted police sideshow jugglers would obsess over the tiniest meaningless business.
You call this meaningless business?
Is it not? Is a single infected community pub burning down worth you spending 3 days to investigate? A short circuit in the mains, offended a gang, a lightning strike. I can think of 100 other reasons still. Once you finally discover there was no culprit at all, who takes responsibility for all the cases this has held up? You?
Oh yeah, totally. A lightning strike, right? And yeah, no culprit at all. This, the explosive just happened to end up there? Totally, totally.
So what about this evidence? These military incendiaries were made at Councillor Bishmer's factory and were meant as supplies for the Victorian army. But they circulated into the black market. Doesn't this warrant investigating that factory? That's Count Bishmer's estate. You're saying you'll sweep a member of the council's factory? You've got some brass. Military incendiaries. The underground black market. The evidence is there, is all in front of you. Why are you still playing the idiot here? Don't tell me. You get a piece of these black market deals too? You. Do you know what you're saying? You dare tell me this to my face?
Yeah, what face, Mr. Guards Captain? You don't even have a face.
Who do you think you're fooling? Count Bishmer is your own relative, isn't he? You... How did someone like you get into the position of captain of the guards? You don't have a care in you for the infected community cases, and you turn a blind eye when gangs on the boil cause disaster. And now you're not going to look into something this massive? Then what is your job? You've abandoned your duties. Is there still anyone in Caledon Guards qualified to enforce the law? So you're going to mutiny? I'm a mounted police officer on temporary transfer here by the city council. Right now, I'm the one in charge of the mounted police of Caledon City. You and I are of the same rank. You should have no authority to order me. Fine then. I knew you bumpkin lot would. You wait. You just wait until the Duke's back from Londinium. I'll report to him in the full detail. Just the kind of attitude you, mounted police, bring to your work.
Yeah, look at her, actually doing her job unlike you.
Suit yourself. Goodbye. Lowly circus spectacles. Damned backwater blood. You wait until the Duke's back. You'll get your damn dues.
November 28th, 1097, 7:15 p.m. White House Pub, The Boyle, Caledon.
What are they doing? That sets us back a whole day. You think it's some kind of slip-up at the factory? Then what do we do now? We hold on a little longer. If we still don't get news by this evening, we dip out, pronto. Is there anything I can do for you? Evening. I'm looking for two people they call the Danton brothers, and I've heard some say they see them come by this pub sometimes. Shit! What got the guards in here? Don't panic. We're in the boil. We're just gonna try. Ha! Found you. So what does, a fine mounted police officer want with a pair of law-abiding brothers?
Law-abiding brothers, you say, as you carry knives in your Sprite? I mean, those aren't knives, right? Those are just, fancy letter openers. Totally.
I'll need you to come with me to the guards about the case of arson in the infected neighborhood. Early morning of the 24th. I have a few questions I'd like to ask. And if we politely decline, please comply with the law enforcement's work, Mr. Danton. Easy there, Mount. This is the boil you're in. Your word isn't law here. Get out. You're not welcome at my bar.
In an instant, the atmosphere in the pub begins to strain. A few bruisers with vicious looks rise from their seats. They pull out weapons, eyeing the pint-sized officer with malice.
Ha ha ha! This is Callan's boil, Signora. Your fancy coppers don't fit in here. Going back to helping the infected scrub their chamber pots. That sounds about right for you.
9 people. I've got plenty to write once the reports come. November 28th, 1097, 7:50 p.m. Streets of Caledon.
Motorist, quick! She's right behind us! My hand's broken! Suck it up and keep running. This mount's crazy. We can't beat that shit. Are they all like her? Save it. Go for the infected ghetto. The layout's all screwy there. We still got a chance. Did we shake her? Shut up. Keep it down. She didn't see us. We hide here. We're gold. Son of a bitch. Something's wrong with this mount. How the hell did she even find us? You save your breath.
Who are you? They better not hurt the little witch.
Huh? Where'd the brat come from?
This is Miss Witch's house. What are you doing in here?
Shut her up. The mount's right outside. Stupid little punk. I oughta...
I get it. You're bad people. The immature witch extends her right hand, and a purple thunderbolt leaps from it. Yeah! You got this! I like her. I like how she's not scared at all. She's just like, oh, it's bad people. Time to test out my new powers. Heh.
Shoot, where'd they run? Hello? Can I ask if you've seen?
Just as the Kuranta officer starts talking to a nearby resident, two men dressed in black fly out of the window of a building not far away, hitting a wall with two heavy thuds.
Hot, hot, hot! Little shit! Kevlo, stupid infected, I'm gonna get her.
Great. So this is where you two hold up.
Shit, cheese it! Where the hell to? The abandoned section. There's a safe house there.
November 28th, 1097, 8:59 p.m. Disused border sector of Caledon. The two black suits huff and gasp as they run through the deserted streets. And the pint-sized Kuranta officer is hot on their tails.
I think we lost her. My ass, we lost her. You think you can lose a Kuranta officer in the city? Keep running. How much farther? Almost there. Right up front.
Maybe the suits they're wearing are like, arts-proof suits, so they can handle a few blasts here and there.
Made it in here. Our contact was here. This safe house is shot to hell. Save it. They said they'd ready up clothes and fake IDs for skipping town. Put them here. There's a hidden passage through the old logistics channel. We'll find a way to slip out.
Come on, Granny, get them! Get them before they slip out.
Hiding in a building, huh? Not planning to give up? Don't test my patience, alright? We're on the edge of the city. You can't fall back any further now. And let me remind you two, hiding in that building to ambush me isn't going to do anything for you, okay? Keep resisting and you'll only end up piling on charges against you. Put down the crossbows and bombs and surrender this instant. What the hell? Where's everybody? Are the lights are dead? This room's a goddamn mess. What's all that piled on the ground? I can't even tell. You just knocked something over. What the hell's that smell? It's too dark. I can't see anything. Why'd they pile up all this crap? They trying to pull something? This stinks to high heaven. Where's our contact?
It stinks, huh? That just might be your contacts who were burnt to a crisp,
I don't like this. This building ain't right. If you still won't come out, I'll have to break in by force.
About time you witnessed a mounted officer's true strength. The pint-sized officer reverse grips her pike and lowers her body. She lifts it over her head, originium arts coalescing at its tip. The pike wholly bathed in a dark red luster in the black of the night. I haven't used this maneuver in a long, long time. Don't blame me if anyone gets hurt, alright?
Do something. She's gonna break down the door. Don't panic. Calm down. Flashlight. You got it or not? What kind of mook carries a goddamn flashlight around? The firebombs. You had one left, right? You gonna burn the place down? Dumbass. You throw the bomb in there first. We escape before the bomb spreads. The house goes up, and that beat cop ain't gonna follow us. 2 files, 1 stone. Makes sense. Let me see.
The imposing black suit pulls the ring on an incendiary meant for military use and tosses it into the depths of the pitch-black room. However, the moment the flare lights up is the moment they finally realize just how stupid a decision they've made. Within the cramped, dilapidated room sits a great pile of originium explosives and hazardous chemicals. Wow! Wow! Well, that's what they get for not looking around first. The bucket they knocked over earlier was filled with high concentration raw keton, now spilled all across the floor. I'm going to count from 3, and that's your final chance. 3, 2, 1. The collapsible military pike shoots forth like lightning, smashing apart the at least 10 centimeters worth of concrete wall and tearing through the structure. But in the following instant, the sound of an explosion as grand as thunder rose across the entirety of Caledon. You know, that's what they get for burning down, the salon, the pub salon. That's what they get. Big instant karma. Harsh firelight follows a mushroom cloud straight into the skies, shining over the abandoned plate, through the golden night, and across the southwest harbors of Victoria. In the wake of the cabin's explosion, the surrounding ground caves in entirely, crashing down to the city's plate's structural layer. And that layer being in deep disrepair, it continues its collapse, dropping down and down, letting out an ending rumbling roar. Where the cabin once stood now resembles a direct strike from a high-speed battleship bombardment. Only a massive pit filled with thick smoke remains to tell the tale. The suspects, the evidence, and the truth are all blown away into the black smog, along with the abandoned building, trailing high and away with the wind. Yay, Granny's okay! What happened? Blown head over heels by the shockwave, the Victorian mounted officer now stares in bewilderment at the entire sight before her. Nothing that just happened has processed for her yet. November 28th, 1097. Nighttime in Caledon City finds itself exceptionally lively. Hello? But yeah, they deserved it. They really deserved it. That's karma. That's what they get for hurting the witch. They get beat up by the apprentice. And that's what they get for blowing up the salon bar. They get blown up themselves. Big karma. And now something's gotta give. What's gotta give? Me giving, everyone else a home in my Rhodes Island? Yes. Also, you know what? Hydration good, too. I gotta keep remembering to drink water. Since it's super hot today. Phew. Ooh, you're going on a flight? Have fun. November 26th, 1097, 9:33 a.m. Wasteland Vagabond Settlement, 40 km out of Caledon City. The Druid of Golodon, the Druid of Gododin stands upon the barrens, silent and sedate, before a low mound. Oh, she's a druid? Ooh. He cheated death, wrested its most ready of victories. He left with pride for the place of his eternal sleep. Ooh! Ooh, have fun, have fun! My friend went to Paris at one point. She said it was super tasty there. They had lots and lots of good food. She also brought me back some, like, macarons at one point, and they were delicious. She calls out, waving her staff. The sun rises. This is but one more ordinary burial in the wastelands of Terra. Here's the wine we agreed on. It's not very strong, but don't drink too much. What about May's bottle? I want to pour it out here, where she's buried. Even though Quercus went through all that trouble? Don't worry about it. Let it return to the earth. You said you could brew it in 3 weeks, but never did we imagine that she wouldn't last that long. It's just the two of us now. Alright, man, cheer up. Here's to May. To May. Yeah, to May. Security in Caledon has been tight as of late, Quercus. We couldn't go inside to find you. I know it wouldn't have helped. The disease we have is incurable, and it was her time to go. It's just the way she cried those last couple of days. It was hard to watch. You sent so many of us on our way. You know how much it hurts. She begged me to put her out of her misery with my arts, but I couldn't do it. Then, the next day, we found her at the bottom of the hill. She was asleep. Her eyes were closed. She didn't have to cry again. There wasn't anyone there. She didn't infect anyone. And she didn't bother any of us. Everything was fine. It was all good. I just thought it was. A little lonely, right? Yeah, lonely. Here, another round. Don't throw out the rest of the wine. Save it for the living. Alright, if you say so. Oh, right. The catastrophe messenger, Miss Elba. She stopped by a few days ago. Here's a letter she wanted us to pass on to you. A letter from Elba, the chaser? Right. Didn't you ask her to help you look into how the Duke's encampment is doing? We've been seeing quite a few army convoys heading north the last couple of days. Makes you wonder what those bigwigs in the city are up to. Whatever it is, it's probably no good. Be absolutely careful. Ooh, hello, hello. Anyway, I need to head back now. Whatever happens, take care of yourself. Here's some medicine for you. It's winter now, and it'll only get colder. If you get chilblains, use some of this. Frost Nova. What a funny name for an ointment. Wait. Where's the ointment from? Who's making Frost Nova ointment? Wait. Frost Nova ointment? Well? When will we see you again, Quercus? Oh, Rose Island's the one making that. Okay. So it is us. I'm like, wait a second. Like, wait a second.
I'm not sure. Alright, I get it. If that's going to be difficult, mind if I ask you one last question? Ask me, as many as you want. We still have plenty of wine.
It does sound like a beauty product. Ointments by Frost Nova. You know, I would get it. I would.
Why are you helping us? The medicine's not cheap, right? You often come to us wastelanders for information. Who do you work for? We're just curious. We've known you so long. They say you probably used to be an officer in the military. Honestly, it doesn't matter to us who you really are. We don't care for the righteousness of the city folks. You're helping us live longer, so we'll help you out, whatever it is you're doing. No, I want to tell you the truth, but I doubt you believe me. If I told you that there was a group of people who have been trying to save the infected, would you believe me?
November 28th, 1097, 2:28 p.m. So the Duke of Godalden actually took his forces to Londinium?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
How big were his forces?
The Wastelanders saw at least 2 high-speed battleships sailing through. The catastrophe messenger also told me that she saw the siege troops leave their encampment too.
That's bad news.
All 8 dukes are taking their forces to Londinium.
Man, Kite is seriously cute. When Kite comes out, I want her. I want to summon her. Anyway, I'll fill Captain Root in on the news. Right, and I'm done with what Dr. Calcid wants me to take care of. Be extra careful with this document, please. Here are the nomadic platform entrance permits to 4 dukedoms, and this is Rhode Island's business permit for operating Victoria. Industrial waste recycling and processing. Couldn't we have just told them our usual line of business? Victoria is especially strict with corporations that deal in neuropathy prevention, and each dukedom operates differently. It's too much of a hassle, so this is simpler. We need to get our foot in the door first. I see. Also, here's a letter from Miss Heidi, from Lady Heidi. Make sure you hand it to Dr. Calcit directly. Ooh, hello, how was school? Not too bad since it's the first week. We're mainly going over syllabi and introductions. The hard part is the self-introductions, and I know we're gonna have lots of group work in my classes, which is gonna hurt me slightly. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. As long as we get the work done, it's all good. Fingers crossed my group is decent. Fingers crossed. Fear.
Understood, don't worry.
I'll head back to the town archives now. My coworkers are going to get suspicious if I disappear for too long. Alright, there's one more thing I need to tell you. The place you're using as a hideout, the Green Spark, someone burned it down a few days ago. What? Captain Root's been waiting for you. You should head to the office soon. The shop was burned down? Why? November 28th, 1097, 3:15 p.m. Captain, I'm back.
Oh, nice work out there, Quercus.
Captain? Susie. Quercus, Mr. Root was your... captain? So this is where you were. I was so worried. You've been working for Rhodes Island?
Ha ha ha. I'll tell you everything later.
Yo, I would be happy having an Arknights class. That'd be great.
But perfect timing, Quirkus. We have a severely infected patient here. In here.
How are they?
She's having an acute attack. Luckily, Susie got her to us in time. We're finished with the basic precautions. I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, let's see. Hand me the testing reagent.
Here.
She's too weak. We need to give her an IV. Quirkus.
Hmm?
Can you cure neuropathy?
No, I can't. And no one can. But Rhodes Island developed some medicine that can at least stabilize her condition and prevent it from worsening.
She's very sick. But please, don't give up on her. Man, Susie's such a good girl.
Is she your friend? No, never mind. Everyone here in the infected community is your friend. Don't worry. She'll make it after she gets this shot. Her fever is caused by the inflammation, and I can control that with Originium Arts. That'll keep it from worsening down the road, and should help stabilize her.
Ouch. Ouch, though. Oof, she's got a fever because of inflammation. Oh no, that's like a horrible fever feeling. Oh, not that I have like, you know, an Originium infection, but man, I've had a fever before from an inflammation, and that was horrible. Oof. Yeah, that was really bad. Oh no, I kinda can imagine what Hayes has been through. Yeah, if it's an infection from... I mean, a fever from an infection, yeah, I understand that. That is like one of the most painful types of fever to me. I hate it.
She also had some scrapes on her, which I took care of. She won't be in pain anymore.
Okay.
Are you alright?
Quirkus, green spark is gone. All gone.
I know. I was just about to ask you. I haven't heard anything on my end. But do you have any ideas? Made any enemies? Me? Enemies? No chance here. And Susie definitely wouldn't. There's been a lot going on in the city lately, and timing is uncanny. I couldn't help but wonder how everything's connected.
I mean, because of that loudmouth dude who punched Susie. He's the one who sowed the bombs.
A couple days ago, someone tried to kidnap a city councilor in the infected community. Who could be so bold? Luckily, Skyfire was there, so things didn't take a turn for the worse. Now the guards are all clamoring that there are criminals here in the community, though they haven't done any additional investigations either. I saw on my way here, they posted notices and wanted posters everywhere. They're even giving out rewards for tips. Bounties for suspicious people in the infected community too. You have to hand it to them.
So you own the shop that they burned down. Miss Hayes.
Oh, she's awake.
Where am I? Am I alive? Or is this what the afterlife looks like? Yeah, you're alive. This is the Rhodes Island office. They're the ones who saved you. Rhodes Island. I didn't expect they'd actually help the infected.
You said they burned down the shop. What do you mean?
I was being hunted by two thugs that night, and hid inside a place called the Green Spark. Didn't expect them to toss in a firebomb, though. A firebomb? Someone was hunting you down? Why?
No clue. Maybe because I overheard them talking about kidnapping some
Old counselor fart or something, and something about bombs. They probably wanted to silence me.
Wait, back up. They were going to kidnap a counselor? When was this?
And what's this about bombs? How many days was I out?
Today's November 28th, Miss Hayes.
So it was 5 nights ago. On the night of the 23rd.
The day before they took those people to the factory. If you don't mind, could you tell me where you ran into those two thugs?
Some 10 minutes later.
This location on the map, here, right?
That's right.
The buildings here have been left empty because of how close they are to the abandoned district.
Sounds like the perfect place to hatch a scheme.
2 Syracusans. Must be immigrants from there. And I doubt they're infected if they didn't think twice before setting fire to a building in the community.
Most likely mercenaries, or thugs working for the mafia. My Rhodes Island is open to everyone who I approve of. You know, everyone who's willing to work at my base, I'm more or less willing to hire them. Especially the cooks. Like, if any of them have a way in the kitchen, they're automatically hired. If we know where they are, shouldn't we go pay them a visit?
I'd recommend against that. This is well beyond Rhodes Island's usual scope of business. We aren't here to keep the peace.
That's true.
But now that the guards have a bounty out on them, we might just get a reward for turning over this information. It's not much, but it'll help pay for Miss Susie's losses.
Right. Huh? Is that okay? Really? Shouldn't Miss Hayes get the reward? Let's just call it my way of paying you back for saving my life. Oh, thank you. I was the whole reason your shop got burned down in the first place. Oh, it's not your fault. If you'd hid anywhere else, they would have burned down someone else's house instead. Oh, thank you. Besides, the one who saved you was an infected worker named Red.
I don't think it's such a bad idea. Helping those 2 bastards get caught will blow off some steam at least.
Heh, yeah, get caught. Sure. Get caught up in an explosion, that is. Thanks, Miss Hayes. Quercus. Huh? Don't rub my ears. Why are you being so polite with me now?
It's settled then. I'll help you put a report together, Miss Susie. You just need to take it down to the guard section. To the guard station.
Right. Give it to Granny.
What are you looking at?
There's a kitten across the street, sunbathing against the wall.
Are you jealous?
Of course. Oh, they broke a flower pot, ran away too. I'm wondering, when will you chase me out of here?
Once Rhode Island accepts a patient who's having an acute neuropathy attack, we won't let them leave until their condition stabilizes.
I can't pay for treatment, you know?
No need to worry. Of course, there are options available if you want to continue your treatment afterwards. I'll fill you in on the details once you get better.
Yeah, the details is working at my base. You gotta work at my base, put some time into my factory, and other things. You gotta make food for us.
By the way, if there's anything you want to discuss, you're free to talk to me about it. My little big hat of the witch forest.
You.
I never expected to meet a survivor of the witch forest.
The Witch Forest? You mean the organization that took in infected casters?
That's them.
If I remember correctly, 5 years ago, they refused to cooperate with the Duke, and so the Victorian Army. Can we talk about something else? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. No need to apologize. I made my peace with that a long time ago. I was even prepared to, well, bite the dust in the city. Though sometimes I still do want to put up a fight. See more kittens. Now that I think about it, if I didn't hide inside Susie's shop that night, those Syracusans wouldn't have burned her shop down. Quercus, are you back? Good morning. What's wrong? You look exhausted.
From the looks of it, the investigation was a success.
Those guards are absolutely hopeless. Those guards are absolutely hopeless cases. How could they wash their hands of it after putting up all those wanted posters? Are they just waiting for the suspects to turn themselves in? And where did Granny go? I was hoping to ask her to look into the factory. You better not count on Granny too much. Her status as a collaborating operator of Rhodes Island puts her in quite a tricky position.
Strange.
What's the matter?
I didn't notice until just now, but the building where Miss Hayes ran into, those Syracusan thugs, is right next to the factory.
Huh? You're right.
Miss Hayes, you said they used military-grade incendiaries to burn down Susie's shop, right?
Oh, thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. That's right. Is something wrong?
If I remember correctly, the factory is owned by Councillor Bishmer. They make military-grade weapons there, and it was shut down a month and a half ago for equipment maintenance.
But the factory was completely empty when I got kidnapped by those fake infected. Did somebody steal their equipment? Nihongo ga chotto wakarimasu. I gotta take more Japanese lessons. I only know like super duper basic. I can at least read kanji and katakana. I mean, only some kanji. Hiragana, katakana easy, but kanji. Kanji is difficult. The papers certainly haven't reported on anything like that. Are you telling me the thugs are working with Councillor Bishmer?
We don't have enough evidence. It's too soon to make that conclusion. But unless I'm mistaken, the Caledonian Guard's captain is Bishmer's nephew.
Right. I think I heard that from Granny before. Susie, how long has it been since was that a typo? Susie, how long has it been since Susie went to the guards? Asking Susie how long it's been since Susie went there, huh? Ooh, have fun on your trip!
About 3 hours. She should have been back by now.
I'll go find her. I'm going to. Uh-oh, please tell me nothing else happened to Susie.
Bring your comms. Stay in touch. This is getting out of hand.
The Comrades Island operator takes a close look at the maps on his desk and sorts out the many doubts in his mind. Then he takes out an oddly shaped communicator from his desk.
What are you doing, Captain? I'm at work right now.
Do you know how many people there are in the town archives?
Kazemaru, this is extremely urgent. Prioritize what I'm about to ask of you. Understood. I want you to put together a list of addresses of the properties owned by Count Bishmer, as well as a diagram of the old underground logistics passages beneath the city, as detailed and quickly as possible. Got it. I'll take care of it right now.
Did you find her?
No. The guard said that their captain went to the location with Susie, and they haven't come back yet.
Oh no, the suspicious captain took Susie.
Damn it! Calm down. Think of where she could have been taken.
I'm thinking...
Captain? Captain Root, what's going on? Listen carefully. I've just compared where Count Bishmer's estate intersects with Caledon's old logistics channels. I worked out 7 most likely tunnel entrances.
You think they took Susie underground?
As long as he's not an idiot, Bishmer's sure to imagine Susie has people helping her out, so he's not guaranteed to silence her. They'll take her to where it's quietest and least likely to be found. There's also a chance they're in the abandoned sectors, but earlier I found out that the biggest of the tunnels runs under his factory, which explains where all the equipment disappeared to too. You two get going for now. If anything happens, I'll get in touch.
Alright. Now what?
How about I sweep the south 3 entrances, and you handle the north 4?
Not a problem. Stay safe. You too. November 28th, 1097, 8:30 p.m. Susie opens her eyes and realizes she's laid right on top of the ice-cold pavement. The damp, chilly air pervades all throughout the gloom of the vacant space. A faint pain in the back of her head still hasn't left her. Can I bonk this dude for bonking Susie? The girl's, like, she's having the worst week. First loudmouth man, like, punched her face. Then, her dreams are literally go up in flames, and now this? To one side of her comes the sound of a quarrel.
You lot are a bunch of useless nothings. How can you twist something as sure as this so badly? I didn't imagine we'd hit all these setbacks. Why did that decrepit lizard angst suddenly send a caster to his event? Did you let the information leak? One of us has been causing constant commotion, I admit that. But Counselor Angst had an honest flare-up of heart disease. And that just happens?
Yeah, that just happens, my dude. Where is this? My hands. Why are they tied together? All these machines. Is this a factory? No, it isn't. Are these the abandoned logistics tunnels? What's even going on? I remember the guard's captain said that he'd see the place with me. And then... my head's killing me.
We're in a fine state now. How am I meant to file for losses when the factory not blown up? Then maybe you could say a thief stole all the equipment. Only imbeciles like you would believe that. An entire factory's facilities made off with overnight. That could only be the work of a traitor. Anyone would jump to suspecting me.
No. They aren't working without pay. I give all my LMD to my workers. Sobs. Dr. Misaki has no LMD because it all goes to the people in the base.
And they'd be sure to come searching this way with a theft on a grand on that grand a scale. Once the Duke's people find everything right here, it'll all be over. Just hold on. You never even once told me why blowing up your own factory would solve things. Is that too hard for you? When the city council asked me where all the money they gave me went, I just say I just bought the facilities, and then the infected blew them up. After that, we make up the cash, and so be it if the factory is kaput. Kaput. Because it wasn't even mine anyhow. So long as I've got all this costly industrial equipment, everything is fine. But now it's not. It's all a wash. How do we do about this then? What else? Get to work quick. Get all these things moved out of the city. We can't leave any evidence behind. Couldn't we just move it back? Think for 1 second. The entire infected community has their eyes on us after that business. In what world do you just move it back?
The guards... Captain? Counselor... Bishmer?
Oh, you're awake now? Our kind infected citizen. You've given me no end of trouble.
Did he just smack her again? Stop hurting Susie! She's a good girl. She's a good kitty. How dare you? But why?
Don't act stupid. Now confess. Who told you everything you told me earlier? Who are all these accomplices of yours?
So, you were there.
Listen up. I'm asking you. Who told you about those 2 Syracusans? And who's this reliable witness in the report of yours? Tell me their name. Speak.
She glares furiously at him.
You think you can give me looks? Never mind that. It means nothing whether she talks. There's no time to waste. Get this place sorted out. But the problem is the people she has with her. Hardly anyone can testify against us. We'll be fine once the Danton brothers get out of the city and never come back. What's important right now is that how you stop the cash deficit. And by the way, don't be violent in front of me. I get sick at the sight of blood. Drag her off elsewhere. Not a problem.
November 28th, 1097, 8:32 p.m. After I finish raising thorns, I will raise Susie. She deserves it. She's a good girl. She deserves all the love in the world. It's hard to believe this is the place. It's too late to call for help now, with 24 people here. Forget it. Let's do this. The Druid of Gododin sprinkles a scattering of unusual seeds across the bare earth. Her staff lets out a green radiance, and under the effect of her originium arts, the seeds rapidly bud, digging into the ground.
Hey you, feline. What are you doing?
Oh, you've got fine eyesight.
What's someone ordinary doing down here?
I'm in a hurry. Just come at once, everyone.
You're daft. Are you looking for a fight?
Massive vines, each at least as thick as a hand, shoot out from the ground and knock the ruffians to the floor. From the ground, from the walls, from the supports, green vegetation sprawls wantonly. The fallen mercenaries are quickly bound tight by the plants, with not even a moment to shout. Are your salaries worth continuing this fight? Or will you make way and let me through?
You go on ahead, miss. I never saw anything today.
I like how they're just like, yeah, we don't get paid enough for this. Go on. Yeah, not worth.
Out, out. We're off the clock now.
That's more like it. So it was all of you who burned down my shop?
Enough rubbish from you. Keep walking. For crying out loud, don't blame me. If anyone, blame yourself for being so starved for a hobby. You got yourself meddling in all this. But you infected were never bound to live long anyway, so this'll do.
You'll be paying for this.
For being at death's door, you've got some bluster.
She shuts her eyes.
Why is the ground shaking? What's happening? Is there an earthquake? What sound is that? Wait, it's coming from above.
The fierce sound of an explosion arrives from overhead, the structural layer shaking across the entire abandoned sector. The walls crack, and the rocking intensifies. Immediately after, the explosion gives way to the rumble of the tunnel's collapse, together with tremors. The unbroken sounds of the structures bursting draw closer and closer.
What the hell was that? Arg!
Engulfed in the explosion's roar, the top layer of the subterranean structure collapses, dropping several tons of steel frame directly upon the head of the guard's captain. Instant karma! That's what he gets for hurting Susie! The rumbling persists as concrete and steel supports rupture and subside, the whole structural layer thrown into chaos. Huh? What? I need to run.
Run, it's going to sink. What on Terra, the goods, the facilities, they've all been crushed. Save your skin. Yeah, save your skin first, sir. Get out of here. What's the cause of this? Is there a catastrophe? There's no end to the rotten luck today, I see. Blasted, damned! Just leave for it now. Come on, sir, let's move. That infected. She's escaped. Which of you was it who bound her? We can't let her flee. After her, all of you. You really can run, you little bastard.
Hey, don't call Susie that.
If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Raise his weapon. Hey, stop it! A keen blade pierces out from the shadows, a simple yet powerful cutting blow. The ruffian falls to the floor in response. A hero!
There's more?
Yo, Mr. Red! Mr. Red to the rescue! A true gentleman!
Get running, Miss Susie.
Mr. Red? What are you?
Don't mind for now. Move fast.
Alright.
What are you standing there for? After them! Still, we don't even know where the Count's gone. Then don't go. I'll be happy to take your pay. Dream on.
It's a dead end now. Before Susie's eyes, the firm alloy platform hangs fractured from the explosion. A broken bridge, at least a 4-meter jump, is seemingly the only way out. Behind them, the voices of the ruffians and mercenaries cursing draw ever closer. Now what?
These people love their works too much. Following us in these conditions? You've really got a knack for inviting trouble, Miss Susie.
Mr. Red, what are you doing here? And do you usually carry that blade?
I'll explain it later when we got a chance. Right now, I need to find a way to get you out of here. There's no shortage of people in the infected community worrying about you.
But right now...
Sorry about this, Miss Susie.
The infected worker lifts her up and tosses her over, like slinging in a crate of goods. The young feline draws a clean arc through the air and lands on the platform's other side. And Susie sticks the landing. Ow, ow, ow. Mr. Red?
Keep running upwards, quick.
What about you?
Hurry.
The collapsing framework fully blocks off the entrance of the tunnel as the figure of the infected worker vanishes into the shadows without a trace. Mr. Red's fine. I believe in him. He's built different. Mr. Red. I can't stop here. I need to get out. Did the earthquake stop? What even happened outside? Mr. Red, is he still okay? There's no way on. It's blocked. How far away is the surface still?
Oh no, it's Bishmer. Finally. Arg, my giddy aunt. My back. Good grief.
It's you.
Brilliant. You made it out of here somehow, you infected wretch. Bastard. Bloody scum of the earth. Useless good for nothing.
Excuse you, sir. Do not call her that.
It's all your fault. It's all you blasted infected vermin. My money. Get out of my damned way.
Are you serious? Another hit? Why? Why does everyone do this to Susie? A slap from the greedy politician hit Susie square in the face, all his anger taken out at once on the feline girl. Why? Why? Why are they doing this to her? Man, this is like just bullying her. However, the infected in front of him shows no sign of cowering in response to the savage act. You know, maybe his slap was weak too. She stares down the Noah before her. The stifled depression and pain she had experienced for days on end now, nowhere to be seen. That's the reason? Your people burned down my shop for something like this. You'd go this far, hurt so many infected, for something like this. All just for money? She slowly stands back up, no longer the timid feline from before. In this moment, only enmity and anger remain in her gaze. Every last thing that happened these past few days, all because of the greedy politician before her. Why should he not pay the price? All of this was so far overboard, just for money?
What are you doing? Don't come near. Keep away from me, you monster. Get out.
I can't forgive you. She shivers, electric sparks jumping about her whole body.
You, someone, save me.
You infernal. The young feline clasps fast the counselor's neck, violent sparks crackling.
Arg, help me. Arg.
Now you're frightened. Now you're scared.
Spare me. I beg of you, don't kill me. Arg. Whatever you want, I'll give you. Arg. Spare me. Just spare me.
What gives you the right to destroy my life? What gives you the right? You. The young feline lets her unrestrained anger loose. Counselor Bishmer twitches and spasms under her originium arts, frothing at the mouth and gasping what could be his last gasps.
Ugh.
Behind her, massive vines suddenly surge out past fragments of concrete, the roots bracing the steel frames. The city's lights shine down through an opening, illuminating a silhouette. You know, Susie deserves to let loose. She can let out her anger through all the things that happened. Like, I don't blame her at all. Susie, stop it. The Druid of Gododin hurries to embrace the infected before her. The fierce sparks burn her skin, but she still holds on. Calm down, Susie. It's me. It's over now. Quercus. It's alright, Susie. Everything's over. People like that aren't worth what you're doing. Let's go home. Quercus. Sob. It's alright. It's alright now. I'm here. Home. The green sparks. Gone. Go home. Where? Don't fret. Do you remember what I always say? Life always finds a place where it belongs. Let's go, little Susie. It's time to go home. Quercus, In the narrow interstice between soil and stone, lattices of steel, and constructs of forsaken material, a young feline lets out a deep, low wail, a weight fallen from her back. November 30th, 1097, 7:45 a.m. Professor, I'm here.
Ah, good morning, Miss Montbellon. Ah, no, you're Operator Skyfire now, I presume.
Good enough spirits to crack a joke, I see.
Here, turn that frown upside down. I'm quite alright.
You're in the hospital. I wouldn't call that alright.
Speaking of which, how did everything shake out in the end?
The city council passed your proposal, even if you only gained a single supporter.
That's worth celebrating, Miss Montbellon.
Is it really, Professor? There's still own ability against the infected community, and they've all ganged up in private. The clashing's only gonna worsen from now on. Now they're just waiting for Duke Golodin to come back. They signed a joint letter asking the Duke to abolish your title and strip you of your noble status. It's very stacked against you.
I'm already a good 153 years old, Miss Montbellon.
153's not old. I mean, look at Calcit. Ha ha ha. Calcit looms before me, sends out monster and attacks me for saying that.
I'm looking to retire next year, retreat to my little castle, and take up a bit of my studies. Title, status, authority. Do you think any of that still concerns me? If things proceed without much hiccup, you'll be at Rhodes Island too, won't you? Send Dame Calcit my regards.
I will. I'm just worried for you somewhat, Professor.
Now, what's to worry for? Look at my rickety old body. I tell you, some things people go and say are all but pompous and, well, completely meaningless excuses. People are already too accustomed to lying with pretentious jargon, so the lies pile up, and as lofty as it was meant to be, the principle gets washed out in the process. Miss Montbellon, do you know why I pushed for that proposal for Caledon so?
You mean the reason that all the petition sticks around? You mean the reason all that pretension sticks around?
20 years ago, a scientist named Janet Longfellow published an essay. She set forth this view. If we don't streamline and improve on our current originium industry and its waste products, then the year-on-year buildup of industrial waste may bring about frightening consequences. At that time, Victoria's academic circles all turned their noses up at that, and the nobles wielded public opinion to unabashedly ridicule the fine scientist. In her anger, she left Victoria altogether. But in the last 10 years, the amount of infected on Victoria has accelerated at a worrying rate. Times have changed, Miss Montbellon. We have to face the reality that oripathy and the infected bring. Maintaining the status quo will only worsen things. 153 years, Miss Montblanc. It's not common to see people live as long as I do, even among Savra. But a long life's a good thing. It gives you the chance to see firsthand the folds and changes of history, to learn from your mistakes. In my century and a half, I've witnessed the toppling of Gaul's majestic palace, the fall of Iberia's golden city. In the plains of Colombia, I saw for myself the destruction of the Grand Duke's army, wrought on the frontier territories. I saw the Colombians in their steep ascent over the wastes. If Victoria can't change, then in the end, it'll only be another Gaul. It's just as I told you, Miss Montblanc. Times have changed. You're back? I thought the guards would have been slower than that.
Oh no. If it isn't our honorary citizen, star of all the front pages. Your picture was very decent in the paper. Who knew you could be so photogenic, Susie? Was it very heavy, that meteorite certificate saying you're the lay of the land? Did you get tired lifting it for the cameras? Come on, stop being sarcastic with her. The city's hero, though. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? What about that awful counselor in the end? Taken into custody. Are the guards still acting as normal after such a big blunder? It's not that easy, obviously, but we'll still have someone from the mounted police taking over the guard soon. That sounds good, I think. Shame we've still got a way to make up for little Susie's losses. Bishmer's assets all got seized by the city council. Do you want a sweet? I've still got plenty of flavors here you haven't tried before. Would the council really not give you a single penny? Nothing except a certificate? Oh, forget it. They've always been this way. Wow, they're not even gonna pay, to give her a new shop? Look at you, you're the hero. Have a certificate. Now get out of here. Wow. Wow. Come here. Perk yourself up a little with something sugary. Your artifact smile in the photo looked like you could cry. Thanks. I don't even know what to do at this point, really. Think on the bright side. At least those evildoers are brought to justice now. I'll admit, I still feel so many problems are waiting to be solved, but this is as far as we're able to intervene. Quercus, are you leaving? I'll be back in Victoria very soon, however. Will you come back to Caledon? More someplace in the wastes than a nomadic city, I think. That's right, Susie. Have you ever thought of bartending somewhere else? Huh? Oh, cute! This is adorable looking. You see, the green spark may be gone now, but there's still plenty of infected who'll need a drink. You could hairdress too. I know a lot of people who do nothing but get into fights. Some of them have never been to nomadic cities before. Some of them never think about themselves. Eh? Could I... really? Of course you could. There's all sorts of interesting people around Rhodes Island. You might as well go take a look. And not too many people are specialty hairdressers there in the first place. Yes, recruit her to my Rhodes Island. Do it, do it. Hahaha. I'll give it a try. Everyone's been talking about Rhodes Island. What kind of place is it, I wonder? Heh, heh, heh. November 28th, 1097, 10:24 p.m. Underground logistics passages of Caledon.
Carry on then. You were almighty a moment ago, weren't you? You, who the hell are you? My name's Red, remember it. Who gives a toss about your bloody name? Get out of my way, or I'm going to be pissed. You know, back in my Ursus days, they called me Red Blade. You might want to guess why. Stay cool, boys. We're not easy to bring down either. That's right, he's all alone. It's just Originium Bloody Arts. He's far from alone. What? Where did you lot sneak out from? Now there's a nice reaction. You sure don't act like this when you're shoving the infected about. Come on. Show me if you're really as mighty as you say.
The blade in the infected's hands is ignited in a blink, surrounded by blazing embers. The red-hot glow illuminates the rubble. The stone and steel ruins are bathed in the clear hue of fire. And its source, the youngster bearing the searing blade, begins his attack. Go Red! Where am I in the main story? I just finished. No, I didn't even finish. Did I finish? No, I didn't. Or no, kind. Like a little bit. Like at the end of chapter 7, beginning of 8-ish. That's where I'm in the main story, you know? You know, if Red's part of a unit, it's fine. You know, Red's a cool dude. Red is a good boy. He's fine. Yeah, he be fine. But I'm gonna go for a ring-a-ding-ding. Because Mr. Red's there. Mr. Red's a good boy. Also, wait a second. Since it's 9:17 p.m., I gotta look up something real quick. I gotta see when KFC closes so I can tell my mom, like, ask my mom if she could pick me up something. Like, don't mind me, I'm just using my phone to Google KFC's hours. Ah. Never mind. I won't be able to get KFC tonight. I'm a little sad. Well, that's what I get for not looking it up sooner. That's my fault. Yeah. No famous bowl for me. Maybe tomorrow. Oof, I'm just gonna enjoy my water. How many golden goals did I get? 1 so far, which is pretty good, I think. I might get more. But man, I want that famous bowl. Oh well, maybe I can get other fast food. I'll just have to tell my mom later. December 21st, 1097, 8:44 a.m. Ancient ruin tower, bleached wasteland. Ruined buildings stand tall between the steep canyon walls, their purpose now unknown. Those who live in the shadows of these ruins have brought life back to this barren land.
Here's your potato.
I want a potato.
How's the production coming along? Never thought you could grow so many of them in a car. I've never seen farming like this before.
I want some car potatoes. Car potatoes would be delicious. Whoa, you got Eunectus, Golden Glow, Heliger, and Thorns out of 8 single pools? That is amazing! Yo, that is top tier luck.
I've never seen farming like this before. What's it called? High something? Hydroponics. It's only become commonplace among nomadic cities in the last few decades or so. I'm not surprised that you didn't know about it. You seem to know a lot about these things.
Hydroponics are popular here.
A little bit. I've seen a lot of these farms on Rhodes Island. But one car won't feed everyone. No worries. It's only a matter of time. Now that we have the help of the Kashmirish scholars. But all the know-how is in the hands of that engineer and his team. We're completely reliant on them. And I still don't trust him. Why not? He's not even an infected. He says he's helping us because his wife and daughter died of erypathy. So it's because of his anger at the injustice of fate and his sympathy for the infected. But what if he decides to start a new life, a new family? Would it become inconvenient for him to keep supporting the infected? Would he betray us for that new life? He's not one of us, no matter what he says.
Wow, that is... Wow, look at this dude. First, he doesn't know what hydroponics is, and now he's saying that that guy ain't trustworthy? Wow.
You're making assumptions based on hypotheticals. Just because someone isn't infected doesn't mean they're our enemy. We'll never make allies if we treat every act of kindness with suspicion. Cooperation needs to start from trust. Even the word reunion is all about coexistence, isn't it? Did you already forget Tallulah? That can't be allowed to happen again. Then what we need is a contingency plan. Planning for a rainy day doesn't mean looking at everyone with suspicion, though. Fine. Has anyone ever told you that you're becoming more and more like Patriot? Aw, geez, that's a little much, don't you think?
I mean, isn't Guard a Patriot fan?
Changing the topic. How are the clothes? A little tight, but wearable. The material looks like it could stand up to some heavy use, not bad. It's cheap and practical, ideal for combat attire. Never thought I'd live to see the day. How many years has it been since I last got something new to wear?
Heh, me too, Reunion Warrior.
You can thank the infected workers in Caledon for that. There's something I don't quite understand, though. Why are we taking down the reunion symbol? We don't need it anymore. We don't need reunion. That's not what I meant. We just don't need a symbol anymore. We're linked by a common purpose, not by lines and shapes. We should be helping and supporting the other infected, not differentiating ourselves from them. So why is Team 4 still wearing the symbol then? They have a special mission, running diversion. I don't understand. They're operating in Eastern Ursus, wearing the symbol in order to draw attention. That way, Ursus will still think there are only scattered remnants of reunion roaming in the Eastern Wasteland. Meanwhile, the rest of us can operate unnoticed by them, or any other country for that matter. They'll think that we're just rogues operating independently. They won't connect us to reunion, or give us a second thought.
Ooh. You know, I'm still doing story content too. Like, personally, for you, I would raise, Thorns because he's my boy. He's my best boy. But then Golden Glow deserves it because she's such a cutie and because of this event. And Ling is just cool. Man, all of them. But personally, I'd go for Thorns first.
Mr. Bean, you're here. Bean reporting back.
Bean? Mr. Bean? The one who gave Golden Glow the face cream? That Mr. Bean? Whoa. You got potential 6 thorns? Nice. Congratulations. That is amazing.
How did it go? No problem. Captain Red has delivered the equipment to the warehouse. Good. I was getting worried when you reported a change in the situation. We encountered something unexpected in Caledon, but nothing we couldn't deal with. Good morning, Mr. Guard. Oh, hello, Miss Elba. The rest of the messengers are here.
Oh, that's Elba the messenger. Oh, my door is being knocked on. I was talking to my mom. She came in my room. She said that my dad brought back something. I told her
I'll go for it later. I'm hoping it's fried chicken.
that's my craving. I want chicken. Specifically fried. The rest of the messengers are here.
What's the situation in Colombia?
It's a long story. Life isn't easy for the infected on the frontiers, and the help that we can provide is limited. But the Colombians are giving land to the homesteaders, even the infected.
I see.
The infected in Toronto are willing to provide supplies and housing, for a price that is. There's a brewery owner who's offering to help us for free though. He's a trustworthy guy, just a little eccentric.
Sounds like a good start. Good work, Miss Elba.
Like, Mr. Bean surprised me a lot. I'm like, I thought he was just a random side character, you know? But no, Mr. Bean is epic like that. And Red is a good boy. Red is a super duper good boy. He's a gentleman. He helped Susie a lot.
What about the guerrillas? Any response from Aurora? Captain Aurora has traveled to the northern plains to find the troops who stayed behind. She probably won't make it here. However, Sarkaz's warriors from the guerrillas have already rendezvoused with Nine's team. Reinforcements from Kashmirish arrived yesterday. Then we're almost at full numbers. I'll check out the hangar. You guys go find Nine. Got it.
A massive machine sits in the center of the abandoned warehouse, and industrial noises fill the air. Reunion mechanics busy themselves around it, the sound of metal cutting and welding following them wherever they go.
Lightly, lightly. Don't break it. We finally gotten the engine out of there. Oh hey, Mr. Guard. How's the situation in Caledon? How are the infected doing? Could be worse, all things considered. Setting aside Councillor Angst for the moment, we have half of the city council in favor of maintaining the infected community. Things won't get any worse for us. Things won't get any worse as long as the community continues to operate. 2 months ago, a nobleman bribed a security guard to sabotage their power generator. Things could have been really bad if we didn't happen to have an engineering caster stationed there. Still, the infected face a lot of difficulties. They need help. I heard you encountered some trouble when transporting the engine. I would call it a little unpleasant surprise. As you predicted, there are a lot of people who don't look kindly upon the presence of the infected community. But at least you took care of a bunch of problems. Were people at risk? No one got exposed, though there are a few guys who should probably lay low for a while. And we can't use that old supply tunnel anymore, after it got revealed by an explosion on the surface. We'll need to scout out activities in Caledon for a few months. It would seriously compromise the infected community's day-to-day operations if anyone discovers involvement. Agreed. But the incident also followed us to extract the engine without a hiccup. No traces. So, are you really sure this thing can fly? I've ridden on something like that before. Over in Colombia, they use a smaller version in cities. What do they call them? Rotorcraft? I've seen recon rotorcrafts when I was in the Ursus army, about the size of a motorbike, maybe even bigger. But I've never seen a flying machine this big before. Where did you get this thing? Would you believe me if I said I found it in a trash dump? I'm being serious. Well, it's half true. This is the only surviving prototype from the Colombian military project to develop a hovering vehicle. It was abandoned 7 years ago due to lack of funding. After letting it rot in a warehouse for all these years, they finally decided to scrap it. Now, the Colombians usually outsource the scrapping of military equipment to the third-party contractors. There are just too many projects to handle themselves. But as you can imagine, the contractor didn't exactly follow military SOP. All they did was take it apart and sell the parts to a scrap recycler. And this scrap recycler sold the scrap to us. How did you even hear about the prototype? That a-hole Dijkstra, of course. Dijkstra? The weird Colombian caster? The one who calls himself a cracker? That's pretty amazing. So what did you think, Andre? Is the engine good to go? It's got enough muscle, alright. But it's a little big. Could throw off the machine's balance. Are you really sure about putting a Victorian engine on a Colombian flyer? We'll find a way. Getting it in the air shouldn't be a problem, at least. Looking forward to it. It's not like you could fly this without a standard driving license, though. What about pilots? It needs 2 of them, and not many have the required skills, even in Colombia. 9 was concerned about that too. But Dijkstra said he had an idea. Either way, we've got more pressing issues right now. We need a whole new control system, and that's not something I can whip up for you. You have to find one. Not just any old thing will do either. It needs to be something on the scale of a mining platform control system. We'll also need to replace the installation plates for the Originium engine. I already told Nine about all this, but I don't know if there's been any progress on that front. No worries. A trader will be bringing them over in a few days. Are you talking about that buckethead? He's got nerve, selling this stuff. How did he even get his hands on classified technology anyway?
Ooh, pretty. She pretty. Hello, Nine. Hello, ma'am. Hi. Hi. Yeah, I don't really remember her, but hi. He's got his methods. Best not ask too many questions.
Oh, 9. Hey there. Well, you're the boss.
Speaking of which, guard, you may need to bring Captain Red over to meet with the trader. He wants someone from our side to be on site and have an understanding of the sourcing, in his own words.
What a weirdo. But alright.
December 24th, 1097, 6:44 p.m.
So this is the rendezvous point. Are you sure we can trust this guy? Hard to say, but 9 trusts him at least. We've bought a lot of stuff from him, and in return, he's asked us to do him a number of favors. He's eccentric, to say the least. You understand when you see him. I have a hard time trusting shady merchants like this.
A man wearing a strange helmet approaches him afar. He is accompanied by several large men wearing shabby armor.
Yup. He might as well be carrying a sign that says "Shady" in big red letters.
What do you mean he's shady? Nah, he's a great fellow. You trust him? Like, he's very trustworthy. Mr. Cannot. He's trustworthy. He gives you good stuff. He'll escort you when you need him, too. I mean, look at him.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. Mr. Guard, how good to see you again, and looking so well too. I wasn't expecting you to bring company, but I'm not seeing any trucks or vehicles. Where are the goods, Mr. Cannot? No rush, my friend, no rush. They're not in my hands right now, but they'll show themselves soon enough. I don't understand. Have patience, friend, patience. They'll be here.
A few minutes later, a convoy of armed vehicles appears on the horizon, kicking up a cloud of dust over the barren ground.
Here they come. Give me the binoculars. Take cover, take cover! They're armed with originium cannons. That's Volvort Kloczynski's mark. I want an explanation, Mr. Knott. What you seek is right in front of you, my friend. You see that big one in the middle? It's delivering a whole set of industrial-grade originium engines and control systems from Columbia to Rimbilliton. Do you want us to raid an armed Colombian convoy? That's your plan? You need heavy artillery to even put a dent in that armor. No need to get excited, my friend. Do you think I was going to make a customer do it themselves? Just sit back and watch.
About 15 minutes later, the convoy passes through a canyon. Ballista turrets and originium cannons are on full alert, sweeping the surroundings for potential threats. Driven by powerful engines, the heavily armored vehicles dash across the rugged landscape. It is a loadout intended to take them safely across the Turan wasteland to their destination. But there are very few guarantees in the wastes. A boulder suddenly stands up from the ground, reaching 8 meters in height. Dirt falling off like a waterfall. It's a metal crab, camouflaged as a rock. I like this. You know, this is a funny heist. Look, oh no, it's a golem came out of the ground, and now it's a metal crab. I thought that was a rock. The creature charges the convoy. The cannons unload onto the beast, while the ballistae aim for its joints. However, their efforts prove futile at slowing it down. The metal crab smashes into the side of the large truck at full speed. The armored vehicle topples over violently, crushing one of its escorts. War cries and the sounds of clanging metal echo throughout the canyon. Hundreds of strangely dressed warriors charge out from the shadows, from behind rocks or cracks in the canyon walls. They throw explosives made from originium crystals at the convoy, and fire at stragglers using improvised ballistae. It is a scene of chaos, as the convoy's guards try to flee for their lives. The outcome of the battle is never once in doubt. That's a funny sounding scene. The ... is accurate. It would be nice if our friends over there could be a little more careful. I'll need to check up on the equipment later. Make sure there's no damage. See, I would have liked to deliver the goods earlier, but things didn't go quite as planned. The convoy took a detour to avoid a catastrophe, delaying their arrival. Draws weapon. Dear me, it seems we have a misunderstanding here. Mr. Knott, you never told us you were a member of Rusthammer. Reunion hasn't fallen so far that we need to traffic with bandits. My, what a hurtful accusation. And an untimely one, I should add. The Rusthammer warriors behind Knott draw their weapons. Watch your mouth, or I'll smash it in for you. I'd like to see you try. Hold on, my friends, calm down. We're not here to fight today, are we? We're here for a reason. There's no need for us to go at each other's throats like wild animals. Come now, Mr. Gareth. Put away that weapon, will you? Didn't we agree that I would handle the negotiations? Gareth? That voice. Elba? It's you. You're alive. I never thought I'd get to see you here. I didn't recognize you in that outfit. Gareth? Gareth Swiftblade? You're alive? Why are you with Rusthammer? Oh, it's you guys. The warriors look at each other in bewilderment, still gripping their weapons, but seemingly unsure what to do with them. Brothers, it's fine. I know them. Put down your weapons. They're okay. It's really you. I thought you had. It's a long story. See, we're all friends here, aren't we? Maybe even relatives, if we go back a few thousand years. How about we find somewhere else to chat? Per my agreement with your other leader, I'll deliver this equipment to your base?
Mr. Gareth, would you kindly bring a few other men with us to deliver the goods? Will do. Are we seriously considering letting this guy into our base? It wouldn't be his first time. We just have to trust Nine's judgment. Ugh.
Nah, I trust Mr. Connaught. I like him.
Beautiful. Simply beautiful. You really fixed the thing.
I told you we could do it.
Reunion has surprised the expectations of more than a few people. You certainly get things done. So, 48 originium ingots is agreed. My humble commission is included in the price, of course.
Thank you for your generosity, Mr. Connaught.
What exactly are you planning, Canid? Just 40 ingots for all this? Why the mistrust, my friend? Cooperation needs to start from trust. Conversely, considering our long history, it would do well for you to trust me a little more. Think of it as an investment. I see bigger and better things in your future. And even more opportunities for us to work together. Look at this hovercraft and tell me what you see. A hovercraft. I see opportunity!
I like Red's answer though. Like, what do you see it when you look at this hovercraft? A hovercraft?
Obviously. With that, you will be able to traverse the wastelands at no less than 200 kilometers an hour. Zooming from nomadic city to nomadic city, how many organizations on Terra can claim that kind of capability? Now, what you do with it is none of my concern, but I would suggest treating it with care. It's not exactly an easy thing to repair. Thank you for your assistance, Mr. Connaught. Of course, my friend. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Rusthammer is different from what I imagined. A lot of people misunderstand them, but they're not concerned with what outsiders, what civilized people think of them.
Can I ask you a question?
What is it?
Is Isla with you? What happened to her?
Isla? Don't worry, she's fine.
She's just not feeling too well. Are her erypathy symptoms worsening?
No, it's not erypathy. Don't worry. She's pregnant.
Well. Congratulations, Isla. I don't know who you are, but congratulations, I think.
Pregnant? Can you imagine it? I'm going to be a dad.
Oh, wow. So, you guys have...
Don't worry. Her Rusthammer brothers and sisters are taking good care of her. Those who are born into the wasteland are blessed by the storms and the great earth.
That's not what I was worried about. I just didn't think that you would... Elva, what are you implying? You don't think that they would have... What? Elva! What are you implying?
Anyway, congratulations. Thanks. I spent a lot of time thinking it over. Whether it'd be irresponsible to bring a new life into this world, only for them to grow up in pain and suffering. But at last, Illet told me she wanted to be a mother. And so, I decided that I would do everything I could to protect and educate my child, whatever awaits him in the future. They will grow up to be a better person than I am.
I really admire you.
Time to go, Mr. Gareth. Her work here is done.
Ooh, I gotta look at that record later.
Got it. Goodbye, Elba. I thought I'd never see you again. It's been a blessed day. Live long, Elba.
You too.
Did you want to spend more time with your old friend? You can have it, you know. It's fine. We've said what we needed to. Very well then, let's go. Well, look who's waiting for us. Did you have any unfinished business? Impressive, by the way, to completely elude my notice.
Do not underestimate catastrophe messengers. Did you remember me, Mr. Cannot?
Of course, Miss Elba. I remember everyone I've met. That said, you've changed so much over the past year that I could barely recognize you.
I mean, yeah. I don't know if I'd be able to recognize people if they're wearing like full body like suits and helmets, you know? Like, wow, I could barely recognize you.
It is always good to see old friends doing so well.
You call everybody a friend. Do you really understand how much weight that word carries? If we're truly friends, then I must ask you to answer a question before you leave, and answer truthfully. As you said yourself, cooperation needs to start from trust. So I need an answer that will develop that trust.
Certainly, go ahead.
Why are you helping us? Don't try to dodge the question, or get around it with sophistry. I want to hear the truth.
Ha ha ha.
The man wearing a bucket on his head laughs wryly. For a moment he gazes quietly at the reunion member before him, his eyes cloudy under the heavy helmet.
It was never my intention to play with words, but not everyone is able to accept the stark and varnished truth. Some truths are better left unspoken, my dear Miss Nine.
Reunion does not need lies and deception.
You've roamed the wastelands, the myriad realms of Terra. What have you seen? Let me tell you what I've seen. On the frontiers of Columbia, I saw both infected and the poor caught between barren soil and dangerous beasts. Their human dignity is built upon flesh and blood, but beneath the bodies lies the gold that made the monster that is Columbia. The people of Victoria cling to history and tradition like their lives depend on it. Their wealth and power serve only those who already have them, the greedy and self-serving noble class. To them, the infected might be tools in their political plots, or weapons against their enemies, but never human beings. The most powerful country in Terra, and you could barely call it a civilization. 2 years ago, the Colombians turned a deaf ear to the Sami snow priest, who prophesied the end of days is near. The Colombians said the snow priest was mad, but what do they know? They know nothing of Sami's long struggle against the frenzied darkness. Sooner or later, this land, nay, the entire world must face the truth of that madness. The dark shadow beneath the northern tundra, the great gloom deep in the ocean, not to mention ancient calamity buried under the earth. Despite all this, the people of the land live on the secluded islands, waging wars against each other with sticks and stones. Time is running out, the world is falling apart, and change must come sooner rather than later.
Is that why you're helping us?
One of the reasons. I support any group that is trying to change things, be it Rusthammer Reunion, or even those who merely sense the ship beginning to sink and are trying to save themselves. Someone needs to do something. I provided assistance to many individuals and organizations, from Rusthammer to Reunion, to the Cyclops of Sami, to the Mystics of Sargon. Unfortunately, no one has been able to come up with a solution. But at the very least, I can point the way. For better or for worse, we have to try.
Even if all you say is true, Mr. Cannot, I'm still not convinced. Saving the world from danger is beyond Reunion's ability. It's not our job.
I understand, but it can be a catalyst. We must start the engine before we discuss which way to go.
You're better off looking to the idealists of Rhodes Island.
Rhodes Island alone is not enough, despite the talent they've gathered.
Have you heard of what they did in Kazimierz?
Of course, I was there. They made a fine move, but one move will not be enough to bring victory in this great game. No one is more aware of that than themselves. Even the resplendent fire burning in the radiant knight's heart is not enough to drive the dark clouds from the land. Of course, it is still gratifying to see people like them in this world of pain and hatred. Even as dark clouds gather, the sparks of hope glows bright.
Mr. Knot just wants everyone to be happy. I respect you, Mr. Knot. Man, though, Golden Glow. At least she was invited to Rhodes Island, but man, that is so sad. So sad. She just keeps on getting beaten and beaten and beaten. Like, the only good thing is her joining Rhodes Island, but at what cost? So yeah, if you're curious how many... Oh wait, it doesn't show how many pulls I did. I did maybe like 23-ish pulls. I wish it showed. Cause I did 2 multi-summons and then I had maybe like 2-3 tickets. And that's how it went. Oh gosh, if you see my base, you're gonna be like, look at all your operators who are tired right now. But don't worry, I'll take care of them soon. My base, I raised decently at least. I think I did anyways. You know? Everything looks pretty good here. Like, more or less. And my LMD is pretty happy because I was farming it today. That's why it looks pretty good. And for my trading post, I'm just like, ooh. Just ignore that little Originium order. It's just there for now. Because I'm not using it. Like, it's there for a rainy day, you know? And I've just been like, wee! Take all my gold! And then wee! Give me more money! Yay! Everything good. All my lovely products. Wonderful. But yeah, my base is pretty good. I mean, minus my people being tired, which I'll have to put around later. But yeah, I think I raised it decently. I think everything's upgraded fully. As soon as I got my base, I wanted to make it all pretty. So I'm like, you know, let's just raise everything as soon as I can because I want the most epic base for my people to live in. That way, everyone, all the operators think, wow, Misaki's Rhodes Island sounds like a good place to work at, you know? Look at the base, it shows potential. Am I processing gold or EXP both? I am doing both. Like this one is some tickets for me. That one's for tickets because I love tickets. Even more tickets because I love tickets. There's some lovely gold, delicious gold. And delicious tickets because I need tickets in life to be happy. I gotta give them to the others because I haven't been farming it. I haven't been farming the thingy. But yes, everything is raised properly. I think. Yep, it's been raised. And if it hasn't, that would have been sad. I would have been really sad. I thought I did it good. So my Rhodes Island has potential to the others. That's why they came home to me. Though, I am a slightly biased doctor, I'm not gonna lie. As you can tell by... I only have like a few people like raised decently. And then as I slowly scroll down, the others... Look at them, level 1, wee! And then level 1, and level 1, and level 1, and more level 1. Yo, look at all these level 1s. Look at all these cuties just staying in the dormitories for free. They're just... Eventually they'll get some of my LMD, but you know... Right now they're just working with IOUs. I'm just giving them all IOUs. Everyone who's level 1 has an IOU. Or no, I'm cooking for them. They're working a little bit and I'm just feeding them. Yeah, that's how it works. That is how my Rhodes Island works, you know? Changing one of the factories to another trading post? Wait, you can do that? Wait, how do you turn to a trading post? Wait, that's a thing? How does one do that? I thought I could only have one trading post. Wait, what? Wait, I could do that all along? Oh, I had to downgrade them. Oh no, all the hard work. I'm gonna have to get more stuff.
Well, I'll do that. Yeah,
Oh, that's gonna hurt me.
but you know, if it has to be done.
Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Sobs.
Oops. Well, that's a thing. I can use some of these.
Ouch.
Well, now I have a new thing I have to do. I gotta raise everything again. Oh shoot, I put a factory. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. But it's okay, you know? That's how I kept on making factories, as you can tell. That's how factories be built here. Because I'm like, you know what? It's the default. And that's how life happens. And there, wait, I gotta stare. Factory, no. Trading post, yes. He's there. Very, very healthy. Healthy, happy. Man, I want to put the trading post at the top and then power plants in the middle and factories at the bottom. Oof. Oof, now I want to make it all pretty. Shoot, you know, I gotta... I'll do that later.
I gotta just work on this part at least first.
Oh, so sad. So very, very sad. But no, it's not. It's fine. Eventually, it's gonna be all pretty, you know? At this point, I pretty much should just take it all. Just take it at this point. Sobs. Big, big sobs. But you know, it's fine. Let's be fine. Look at this. Look at how lovely my trading post is. It's perfect. There. There. Very, very happy. Very wonderful. And then I'll make another one afterwards. I'm gonna make it so then the power plant's on the second though, because I want it to be equal then. If I'm gonna make it equal, I gotta make it legit equal. Now let me just assign people first. Here you go. You can be here. You'll be here too. Actually, no. You'll be here too. Silver Ash, you gotta work. I'm gonna force you to work, my boy. This is your new life, you know? You gotta do good. Yep. Looks happy. There for now. Just for now. I've been putting them more or less in there with Amiya, kind of ish. Every so often, though I've been moving people around just because I wanna raise their bonds, so not just that. But then I like keeping them together. I like keeping my peoples together. Like as a theme kind of ish, like look at them, they're from the same event. Look at them, they're from the same event too. And that's how it be. That's how I usually put them in together.
This is the place.
I gotta take care of my base fast though.
Sorry, base.
I'm so sorry, my base. You know, I'm gonna move other people around too later. Let me just put people in the dormitory at least. They can just take a little nap. They deserve napping.
Sorry, make room. I gotta put people in there. They need to sleep. They've been working tirelessly. For now. Wait, train engine? Who's a train engine? But there's my little happy base. It's a cute little base. It's doing okay-ish. And I've been doing my clue stuff. I've been trying as much as I could anyways for this one. And then gifting clues when I get too many. Like when I have, let's see, extra here for number 4, extra for number 2. I'm just like, here you go, people. If you need one, just take it. And of course, using my wonderful points that I get from there in the credit shop. But yes, that's my base. That'd be my base for now. When you put all the R6 collab with Amiya, they will not run out of energy. It's infinite. I don't have all of them though. I'm missing that one dude. I'm missing that one pretty boy. He didn't want to come home for me. But it's okay, at least I got the pretty ladies. And that's what matters, right? Man. Oh well. If they ever have a rerun, maybe I'll get him. I should have tried harder for that collab. I was too satisfied. I shouldn't have been satisfied. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. But now I gotta raise everyone's bonds with me, so everyone gets turns in there, not just my favorites, in the base anyways. The base, everyone works, not just my faves. Because I want their bonds to raise with me, you know? I gotta work on their love for me, their sanity, so they're not just bored sitting around. They all get to take turns doing the thing. So yeah, that's how I take care of my base for the most part. And I'm gonna have to work on that later, but I'm not too lazy. As it is right now, I'm just keep it that way. It's a decent base. It's a happy little base. Though I'm glad I got through the event stories. It was cute. How's my weekly random farm? It's this much because I can't get this one. I can't make it bigger because it's too difficult. I'm at 375 out of 400. I can't do it. It makes me so sad. But it's okay. Eventually, I'll get there. I just gotta get that 25 more. Just barely. Barely. Ah well. At least I get this much per week. And I farm it when I feel like it. Usually on the last day because I'm just like, it takes so long just to auto farm it. I want to use my phone for other stuff besides just auto farming. I want to watch things, you know? So I wait till the last day and then I'm like, boop. Teehee. I can auto run that one easy one at least. The one over here, I should show it first. I think it's the Ursus one. Chernobog. Chernobog be easy. I can just auto-deploy that. I just sit for like 20 minutes and stare at my phone every so often like, oh, is it ready? Oh, it's not ready. Oh, is it ready? Oh, it's not ready. Okay, almost there. 300 enemies. Okay, let me check if I have a missed message. Oh, I have a missed message. Let me just check that out real quick. Okay, time to go back to the game. Oh, it crashed. Oops. And then I repeat the process on the last day. Because at that point, I'm like, you know what? All my energy is gonna go to other things. Heh, 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 sobs. Big sobs. Wow, I would like skip tickets for that. It'd be lovely. I would just use it only for this. Like, purely for the Annihilation. It's all I need it for. Everything else doesn't hurt that much. Yeah, at that point, like, there's no pain at all. Man, that Thorns banner, I kind of want to throw more stuff at him. But I did buy him in the shop, though, so Thorns is a happy boy. Woohoo! I did a thingy! And I think my mom knocked on my door like maybe half an hour ago, so there's still hope that the food my dad brought home is still warm and ready for me, you know? I just gotta hope for the best. Maybe, just maybe, it's there. If not, oops. Big oops. Because I do want fried chicken. I'm assuming he brought me back chicken. If he didn't, ouchies. Have I tried the Longman outskirts and downtown annihilation maps? I don't remember. I can show what I did. I did do the thing here. I can't auto-deploy those though because I had to manually use thorns as one do. No, they don't always bring back food, and if they do, they eat it all without me because they like, screw you, you took too long. I'm like, I'm sorry, I wanted to play games. And I'm like, it's understandable, mom, dad. And they're like, yeah, we're not gonna save for you. You snooze, you lose. I'm like, okay. I can't deny with that. I can't deny that logic. You snooze, you lose, or if you don't come with, you can't have anything. It's either that or the other. Yes, this is how it be. Those are the stages that I've tried. At least I did them semi-decent. Yeah, that's as much as I could go for the fights. If Sensei Aurora sponsored me, I would get automatic Thorns, you know? Thorns potential 6. He'd be there. Thorns would be a beast. Heck, Golden Glow would be a beast. I gotta raise my Thorns and Golden Glow though. That's my next 2 goals. Those really are my goals. You wanna see my inventory? Is this the thingy? I think that's the inventory. There's my little inventory. You can look at my lack of big rocks. That's how it be. And I know I can trade their extra tokens for stuff, but I'm just keeping them there for now so I can just sell them all in bulk when I feel like it. You know? That's how it look. Now you can see my semi-sad inventory when it comes to items for raising people. And my little chip collection. Very, very tiny chip collection. Barely enough for Thorns to eat. Thorns is a hungry boy. He's a happy boy. He barely has anything. But yeah, that'd be my inventory. Where I gotta feed people. I probably have a lot of blue books to you guys because I rarely give them to anyone, you know? I do use drones to speed up the trading post orders because I want money. So I always give it to that. Or if I'm super duper impatient, I'll give it to, you know, the thing for chips. Because I'm like, you know what? Make my big chips bigger. And I don't want to wait a few hours, so take my drones. Done. That's how it be. But yes, well, I hope you enjoyed my Rhodes Island tour. You could judge my base and my inventory. Everyone will be fed eventually. I mean, Dr. Misaki doesn't really get anything either. Look at me in the corner, just looking off into the distance. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have so many mouths to feed. So many. Mouse to feed soon. Yep. But yeah, I'ma study hard. I'm doing good. It's my first week back. I mean, as in, summer break just ended on Sunday basically, and then Monday was first day, today's second day, tomorrow's third day. That's how it be. And I finished whatever I have due tomorrow, so I'm good. I prepared ahead of time because I felt like it might take a super long time going through the storyline as like a just in case. I'm like, if I have stuff to do tomorrow and then I'm too tired to work on it afterwards, I might as well do it beforehand. So I think I'm proud of myself and I deserve to eat something delicious. If not fried chicken, hopefully something else that's good, maybe chili. And if not that, instant noodles. Yep. So thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day and epic gacha luck. I will feast in success. And then maybe pass out before I, stay up too late because I need energy for school. Haha. I need brain power. So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. I feel proud.